Yes, it is that time of the week again. It's a live Tottenham watch along with myself, Marcelo, and Dave at the Irish Hotspur. The fixture today is Tottenham Hotspur against Chelsea, and this is an absolutely huge game. We're about 13 minutes out from team news, which we will, of course, be bringing to you live, bringing our own reaction as well. And if you are watching on the live stream replay, we will have timestamps down in the description below for all the goals, which hopefully go in Tottenham's way, and the start of the instant match reaction as well. But look, lads, it's a huge game, and David, we'll start with you. How are you feeling?
I'm absolutely pumped for this. I'm ready to go. Look, everything bad has to come to an end sometimes. No better game to do it against Thomas the Tank Engine and his Chelsea team, including Teeny Weeny, which is Timo Werner, who can't bag a goal. But look, let's go. Woo! Come on. I am pumped.
Absolutely loving the positivity. I think you're muted, Marcelo.
David got me pumped up, bro. David got me pumped up. I even forgot to unmute my mic, but... You know, listen, I was coming in this game kind of dreading it. I was even tweeting some stuff out. You know what I mean? I just want 100% effort. But come on, let's go and win this. Every form has got to end. You know what I mean? This has been our bad form. You know, we can bring it back. We can bring it back. If Arsenal can bring it back, Jose can definitely bring it back. Excuse me. Yep. But Jose can definitely bring it back. And listen, Chelsea gave it to Arsenal. You know what I mean? They gave Arsenal form back. So who to say they can't give it to us? This team has yet to beat a top 10 side or a top 6 side. So... You know what I mean? It goes to show that their squad, you know what I mean, even though that win over Burnley got them all hyped up, but listen, we're about to end that hype train. Timo missed Warner. He couldn't even score a barn door. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm telling you, bro, you know, we can win this game. We can definitely beat these scum.
Exactly, and as we were saying before the stream, you know, on any day, Spurs can get the 3 points. But look, we have almost 100 people in here already, so please smash that like button, and let's see if we can get to 200 likes before the game starts and before Tottenham starts scoring. As well, if you are new to the channel, you want more of these watch-alongs, some live match previews, Tottenham Fan Voice podcast, transfer news videos, when all that is relevant, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below as well. We'll be having our member call-in show starting at about 7:15. That'll run to about 7:45. So if you do want to join us in that little half an hour bracket. If you're already a member, the link will be in the community feed. If not, just hit that join button down below and everything will be explained for you down there. We have Christopher, channel member in here as well. Nicole says, I've training so I cannot tune in, nor can I watch the game. Enjoy, lads. Hope this game will provide me with cracking highlights. No worries at all, Nicole. Enjoy training. I know you've been looking forward to getting back to it. Luke says, evening. Martin says, Matt, your growth has been immense. Cheers, Martin. We got Spartan 7.
And it's only growing. It's only going up, it's just like the stock market, baby. It's only going to go up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, look, let's get into the biggest talking point before we get the lineup news. About 11 minutes out now at this stage, and it is Carlos Vinicius. He's someone we all want to see start. I think I speak for all three of us when I say we were surprised that he didn't begin that game against Brighton on Sunday. Dan Kilpatrick has made a good point on Twitter today. He said, the conundrum for Mourinho tonight is that Vinicius offers a focal point in attack, which Spurs missed without Kane versus Liverpool and Brighton, but he's not adept at dropping deep, so would restrict space for Son to run in behind. That pretty much neuters Spurs' biggest weapon. David, we start with you. It is a big part of the way Spurs play at the moment, Son making those runs in behind. Do you agree with Dan Kilpatrick there that Vinicius, in a way, kind of gets in the way of that?
Yeah, he does, because look, I was actually speaking to Scott. You know Scott, mate. He's been on your channel a few times from the Chicken Ball Pod.
Yeah, great.
And he brought to my attention that potentially, obviously, I was thinking tonight, but Dele Alli turns out he actually is injured. But for me, what I would have done is you could play Dele Alli in Kane's role. You could get him to drop deep, and then he flicks him behind over the top for Son. But look, we don't have Dele Alli tonight. We have Vinicius, Carlos Vinicius. For me, honestly, I thought when he came on against Brighton, he gave us a focal point. I thought we did look like we could start getting balls into the box, basically. When we didn't have him, we had no one in the box. We were taking long-range shots. We were trying to just play in front of them. We had no one in the box as a target man. So, for me, you play Vinicius, and you just adapt around it. Like, what you could do is you could get Bergwijn coming in one side. He drops deep, so he goes for a knockdown if Vinicius gets knocked down. And that way, then you get Son in behind. So there is still ways of creating space for Son in behind. You know what I mean? You just get Bergwijn and Vinicius to drop. You get Bergwijn coming in front of Vinicius and Son going in behind. There is ways of doing it. Like, you know what I mean? If Vinicius get knocked down straight to Bergwijn, that goes straight over the top then for Son and you're in. There is ways of doing it for me, but I do think you play Vinicius tonight. I believe Chelsea will line up with 3 centre-backs, two wing-backs. So for me, you put Vinicius up there as your focal point. There's no way you're going to play Son up there. And for me, it completely takes away from Son's game playing up top. I want him playing out on left. It's the best position.
Yeah, and he of course has that pace, which is so useful out in the left hand side. Joseph says for me, this is definitely the best Spurs watch along, and I'm not just saying that either. I mean it. Appreciate that, Joseph.
Come on,
and Connor Cusack, Chelsea fan here, saying hopefully Thomas the Tank brings a steam train tonight. So pumped. Look, Connor, I may have to block you if things start to go a bit sour for Spurs tonight with DJ Samuel joining as well.
There's no engine. I'm the only mechanic here, and I'm the only one that can fix it, and I just choose not to. Of course, I'm doing overtime on the Matty Hayes channel this week, so there's no time to get Thomas the Tank engine up and running.
Absolutely love it. We want to see him flying tonight. Marcelo, what's your take on Carlos Vinicius and whether or not he gets a start tonight?
He has to start. You know what I mean? Obviously, look, we're gonna miss that. The dropping deep and the long range passes that Kane is able to make. But I mean, we all know this. You know what I mean? If you get a backup striker for Kane, you know what I mean? When Kane is out, you're gonna lose quality regardless. You know what I mean? That's just there's no striker like him out there. You know what I mean? Other than maybe Lewandowski. You know what I mean? That's a maybe, but. You're going to lose quality regardless, but we need a target man. That's what we were missing in the Brighton game. And like David said, we were creating chances in the box because Vinicius is a guy that has presence. You know what I mean? He's a big lad. He's physical, and he can create space. And I think that alone, just having a target man there, just gives Sonny and even Bergwijn more spaces on the wing. You know what I mean? It just relieves a little bit of pressure.
Yeah, I fully agree with you on that one. And for me, Vinicius, without any shadow of a doubt, has to start this game. It didn't work when he didn't have, as Kilpatrick said, there a focal point in that attack against Brighton. There was so much lacking up there. And when Vinicius did come on in the second half, he had our only real shot on target for us. A good save out of Robert Sanchez. Yeah. So I do think he could be a very, very important player for us tonight. Martin says, have a sneaking suspicion that Werner will turn up tonight. You know what? Every single player that is not having a good season turns up against Spurs, and that's just the honestly, fact of the matter.
If he scores, he's even a bigger fraud, in my opinion, because every person that's in like a bad form and scores against Spurs go and does nothing. You know what I mean? Look at Schlupp. Look at
Joe Linton.
Joe Linton. You know what I mean?
Come on.
Lanzini, you know what I mean? Like those. So for me, like if he scores tonight, that just proves it that he is really just in that bracket.
I saw a stat about Timo Werner after he missed a penalty against Luton in the FA Cup. He had missed 11 of his last 12 big chances, and in those previous 16 games, the only goal he'd scored was a penalty against Morecambe in the FA Cup. Terrible footballer.
Really.
He might not start. People are like saying like he's going to start. I think he's going to start Abraham. If I'm being honest, I think or Giroud.
Yeah,
Abraham or Giroud.
I'd start the plank.
I think it's either him or Giroud. Honestly, I don't think he's going to start Timo. I don't think he favors him.
He could play him out in the wing as well, though, which could be even worse for us. But speaking of Chelsea's attack, it matters who we have in defence. And James here is asking, who do you think starts in our back line? There's a question about earlier as well from football fans saying, do you think Dyer will play today? Marcelo, we'll start with this on you. We'll start with you on this one. First of all, could it be a 5 at the back? And if it is 5, if it is 4, who do you see playing there?
Look, listen, I'm done with these new system. Go back to the pragmatic way. I know fans are going to complain, oh, this isn't the Hotspur way. Listen, Jose tried the Hotspur way. You know what I mean? He tried playing your way, and it has not worked out. Go to 10 men behind the ball, you know what I mean? 10 men defending, and let's catch them on the counter. Let's catch them where it really hurts. You know what I mean? Forget possession. Forget trying to, just keep stringing passes along. Just give them the ball, and let's play our strength. We have not been playing our strength. It's clear to see that this team does not feel comfortable stringing a lot of passes together. You know what I mean? So let's catch them on the counter. We have pace, we have good aggression, and we're actually pretty good when we're setting deep defensively because we have a good system. So I think Dyer will play as well, and that would be my game plan personally.
Yeah, before we go to Team David, Will Stewart here with the $5 super chat. Thank you for that. Will says, as long as we don't play us players out of position last week, we will be fine. Look, that's it. Just playing people in their natural positions, I think, is a good play to
start. None of this nonsense, pragmatic, Jose style football. That's what we want.
That's what we need. David, how do you see us setting up at the back?
Yeah, I want to ditch the back 5. I'm not a fan of it. It worked one game against Sheffield United, but even if we went back 4 against Sheffield United, we would have throttled them as well. They're not great. The thing is, you go back to your back 4, you go back to the same centre back partnership that got you to the top of the league, which is Dyer and Alderweireld. Look, any other squad, if we had a bigger squad, I'd be saying, look, Aurier can go. Do you know what I mean? He went home crying over a bit of water and ice. But I'd bring him back. And for me, I dropped Ben Davies. I dropped Ben Davies for his mistake against Brighton. And I know it's a big call, but you either play Tanganga or Dennis Cirkin there tonight. It's as simple as that. That's what I'd like to see.
I think Cirkin is injured.
I think Jose will play. I think Jose will play Ben Davies. But look, you just go back to your forward to back, and you go back to what got you to the top of the league in the first place. And a lot of fans, you know what I mean, had the audacity to come out and criticise the way we were playing when we were top of the league, which I never understood. I could sit there and watch it all day long if we meant we won a league title. Do you know what I mean? I'd find some sort of joy on it. Honestly, I would. But one thing I will say, Matty, is today, no matter who plays, it will be unforgivable for these players to turn up to a derby game and play the way they did against Brighton and Liverpool.
Absolutely
unforgivable. One thing I do ask is, it's a derby game. Even if you lose, go down fighting. Go down fighting. Show us that you actually care about this badge here. Show us you actually care about it the way we do. That's all I ask tonight.
Yeah, that's all we could possibly want. The comment here from Robert saying a point for Spurs is always an unbelievable result against Chelsea. Marcelo, our record against Chelsea, especially at home, is a lot better than people think.
Oh yeah, no,
it's bad. We've won 5 of our last 8 home games to Chelsea.
That's true. Yeah, no, our home record is good. You know, against Chelsea in general, hasn't been that great, but our home record is actually pretty good against them. I mean, honestly, I would take a point against them. You know, at home. If it means building, because right now we're just in that slump that any good result can help us maybe get out of it and move forward. You know what I mean? We just need something positive. You know what I mean? There's just been so many negatives against us. You know what I mean? Own goals. You know what I mean? Just poor defending. You know what I mean? Players sometimes not showing up. Team fighting. There's just been so many things going our way that maybe just a little positive result can really bring this team back together.
Yeah, look, that's all we want. There's so much momentum, of course, needed in any footballing competition, but the Premier League, I think it's so important for that. You're looking at Manchester City now, 13 wins in a row. They look like they're not stopping anytime soon. Even West Ham have won 4 of their last 5 games, and all of a sudden they've crept into the top 4. And you can look at Southampton, who have lacked a bit of consistency in the last month or so, and all of a sudden they're 12th in the table, when back in November they were top of it. And I know it's easy to drop down this table and move up with how congested it is at the moment, but it's momentum could be absolutely everything for anyone. And if we're out of a title race, I think 2 out of 3 of us will accept that. I think we'll all accept we are still in the top 4 race, but we need to turn things around pretty quickly if we do want to stay in there. Now we have about a minute till the lineups do come out. So David, any final thoughts on what you're hoping to see from the starting 11?
Obviously Vinicius up front, and more important is a back 4. I do believe back 4 is the way to go. And then in midfield, I want to see Ndombele, Højbjerg, and Sissoko. You cannot play Winks in beside Højbjerg and Ndombele. It's not going to work. You have to play Sissoko so that you can release Ndombele to do what he does best, which is be on the ball. And you use Sissoko and Højbjerg to do all the work off the ball. And then out on the right-hand side, look, do you know what? I actually would play Lamela tonight out there on the right-hand side. It's the sort of shithousery you need in a derby. It's the sort
he
of
lost against Chelsea. He lost a game against Chelsea. I'll tell you that.
Well, here we have it. It is a 4-3-3 from Spurs going into this game. It is Carlos Vinicius starting up front. Eric Dyer does regain his place in the squad. But from back to front, it is Hugo Lloris starting in goal with the captain's armband. Serge Aurier back in right back as well. We have Toby Alderweireld and Eric Dyer pairing in the middle. Ben Davies playing a left back as well. It's that midfield again of Højbjerg, Ndombele and Sissoko, and then a front 3 of Bergwijn, Son and Vinicius. On the bench, we have Joe Hart, Matt Doherty, Davinson Sanchez, Joe Rodon, Jaffa Tanganga, Harry Winks, Eric Lamela, Gareth Bale and Lucas Moura. So a lot of pace. A more defensive bench than we are used to, with 3 centre-backs there and a full-back as well. But there are players who can impact that game on the bench. We've Luke saying great lineup, come on. Elliot Lee says solid lineup. Brian says get in there lads, nailed it. Louis Landers as well saying that's the team I'd play. We're happy with that, guys, aren't we?
Yeah, listen, I from looking at this lineup, it looks like we're going to go back to pragmatic ways, which is what David and I always kept asking for. You know what I mean? I don't. You never really weighed your opinion on this too much, Matty, but I feel like you're also okay with playing pragmatic. You know what I mean? I don't think you care as long as we get a win. Listen, for me, what makes me happy is seeing Spurs win. You know what I mean? Seeing that W, that 3 point is what makes me happy. I don't care how we do it. I just want to feel happy and get the 3 points. It looks like Jose is going back to playing his style of football. Ignore the fans, Jose. They haven't won a Champions League. You have. Do what you got to do and get that W. Come on, you Spurs.
Absolutely, and it doesn't happen very often. There's a lot of optimism and happiness in that live chat about the starting 11 that Jose Mourinho has gone with. No surprises there. I think it was Rune who said that is not something you often see from a Jose lineup. But looking at how Chelsea line up for this one tonight, it is a 3 at the back for them. So it'll be not Benjamin, whatever his name is, Mendy in goal. A back three of Azpilicueta, Rudiger, and Thiago Silva. It's going to be Reece James playing in right wing back, a midfield duo of Kovacic and Jorginho, Alonso out on the left, and then a trio up front of Mason Mount, Timo Werner, and Callum Hudson-Odoi. My first thought about that one is a midfield of Højbjerg, Sissoko, and Ndombele up against Kovacic and Jorginho gives Tottenham a big chance in this game.
Yeah. You pick them up, you eat them like a double Subway sandwich. You know, the two boys are absolutely tiny. Honestly, that's what you do. You put them together and you just eat them, put the ball in the middle of them and eat them as a nice big double Subway sandwich. That's what you do with them two. I'm absolutely delighted to start Mason Mount. I think he's so overrated. I'm absolutely delighted he went with Teeny Weenie, who can't hit a barn door. Honestly, you know what I mean? He could still be at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium tomorrow morning after we beat them. He's still not going to find the net. And then you have Callum Hudson-Odoi. All I'd say to you is, this guy never wants to pass the ball, so just follow him. All you have to do is follow this guy. He hates passing the ball. He loves to cut in. He loves to have a few shots. You know, he looks great. He's just he's just a B-Tech Wilfred Zaha, in my opinion. That's all he is. These are there for the taking today.
We can beat them.
Jose is going for it with this lineup.
Come on.
He is going for it. We can do these today. Honestly. Thank you, Thomas the Tank Engine. Thanks for that lineup. It's best case scenario. The only thing I will say is that Alonso lad loves to go against Tottenham, and he better not do it today.
He does. There's someone in the comments there a second ago. Someone in the comments, Flamethrower saying Marcus Alonso hat-trick incoming. Oh, go ahead, Marcelo.
No, I was going to say also, you know, Reece James against, I think he's going to go against Davies, if I'm being honest, right? Yeah, Reece James against Davies, because he pretty much plays as a second winger, that kid, you know what I mean? And Reece James is a baller, man, you know what I mean? He's probably the player that, you know, we're going to need to shut down, because once he's running down that wing, he is dangerous, you know what I mean? His crosses are lethal, so Davies is going to be up for it. Honestly, the only two people that kind of frighten me in the defense is Davies and, you know, obviously Dyer, but listen, that's the best team we can go out. You know what I mean? You can't blame Jose. That, you know, that's the best team we can go out with.
Yeah, we have, I assume this is Mark, Chelsea fan I work with, saying, you confident, Matt? I'm more confident now than I was a few days ago or even a few hours ago. I'm happy with the Spurs lineup. I'm surprised with Chelsea's lineup, David, that N'Golo Kante, Hakim Ziyech, Christian Pulisic, Abraham Giroud, all on the bench. I'm actually surprised that Kante isn't anywhere near that starting team. What do you make of his exclusion from this one?
Don't understand it. I do not understand it. For me, he's the best central defensive midfielder in the league. He mops up so much. Honestly, he's like that guy at Astro, right? That is just, he's no quality on the ball, but all he does is run around after you and he just doesn't stop. And it's really annoying. That's what N'Golo Kante is, honestly. He's made a living off doing it. He's a genius.
Yeah.
My biggest one is for him. I don't understand why he doesn't have the best hold-up striker in the world, which is Olivier Giroud, playing. Honestly, I don't understand it. With this passing football, you can get the ball into Giroud. He can also give it back. Do you know what I mean? He's missed a trick. I'm delighted he's playing Timo Weenie. And that means all he's going to do is just try and pump the ball in behind our defence and try and expose our pace. But Alderweireld has the nous to deal with that. Whatever he lacks in pace, you can always make up with your football IQ and experience. And hopefully he does that today. Timo Weenie is going to be sent back to Chelsea, back to Scunthorpe Bridge, where Rory Jennings can deal with him.
David, I never like going out after players in these watch longs, so it nearly always comes back to buy this. But look, might as well have fun while it lasts.
Yeah, come on.
We've Connor here saying, after seeing those teams, I think Spurs will win. Great starting 11 from Jose. And again, I said it a second ago, I don't think I've ever seen the confidence and the happiness with the starting 11 coming through this live chat. And even among the three of us lads, there's always we're always a bit wary of a certain choice. There's a bit of disappointment with something. Wayne here says, if Chelsea won't play...
This is what I've nicknamed the Jose Mourinho derby. This is.
Yeah, Wayne says, if Chelsea won't play Kante, then we should get him in the summer and pair him up with the Vikings. You know what? I wouldn't say no.
I would love that.
I can't see that one happening, unfortunately.
Yeah,
but look, a little bit later, we're going to talk about Thomas Tuchel. We're going to talk about Spurs' record against Chelsea and a whole lot more about the recent history of this fixture and why certain things may be going in Tottenham's favour. But before we get into that, everybody's favourite guest from the watch alongs, let's bring on Lily Whitelane.
Come on, let's go.
How are you, Lily White?
How are we, lads?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
What do you make of that lineup?
Yeah, really, really good. I think it's absolutely fantastic. There's no curveballs in there. I think it's the right team to play. Vinicius against Brighton. And I'm not going to go into that Brighton game too much because that was woeful. But Vinicius in that Brighton game, he came on and he was one of the only players who looked like he wanted to give it his all. And for me, he's the right player to play instead of Bale in that centre forward role. I think the rest of the team as well is absolutely fantastic. There's no real curveballs. Nothing which really makes you go, oh, I'm a bit scared about that, apart from Eric Dyer. And honestly, I think Eric Dyer is going to come back into the team, and I think he's going to be hungry to prove himself because he's just been dropped.
Hopefully.
And the amount of times I've called out Dyer, because I still don't think he's a good player whatsoever. But now that we've got him back into the team, maybe hopefully he has that hunger to play well and actually put in a great shift in defence. And if he doesn't, then he can do more.
Yeah,
I'll say this: you bring up a fair point because Eric Dyer, if there's one person he definitely looks up to is Jose Mourinho, and I definitely have a feeling he doesn't want to let Jose down. You know what I mean? Regardless of whether he has the ability to do it or not, I think we'll definitely see a shift from him today, and hopefully, he gives it, and he proves it.
Don't forget that Toby Alderweireld also signed a new contract to stay and play with Jose Mourinho. Don't forget that.
Mm-hmm.
So these two definitely have no problem defending. Lily White Lane, you tend to be the voice of reason on this channel. You do come on and speak a lot of sense, and everyone loves you. It's testament to the comments you get in the comment section, and the views spike up when you come on.
Mm-hmm.
What do you make on the situation that Jose Mourinho went and reconciled with Dele Alli? First of all, do you think that's literally last chance saloon for Jose? Because obviously he doesn't go and do that. He just doesn't go and do that. And Matty has his Dele Alli. He's on a free Dele mission. So make sure you subscribe to Matt Hayes if you want the free Dele Alli. And as well, Lily White Lane, do you think now that this is the opportunity that Dele Alli Pete has sat there and said, I'm committed to the club, I love this club, I support this club. Do you think now is the time to back it up as well when given the chance?
Yeah, definitely, without a doubt. Look, listen, I live in Milton Keynes, and Dele Alli used to play from MK Dons, and their stadium is about 5 minutes away. So when I was younger, it was quite free. I could literally see it from my window, and I could see Dele Alli. And when he started off at MK Dons, and we brought him in, I went for a stadium tour in the Lane in 2015, I believe, and I went in there, and me and my old man kept on saying, Dele Alli, he's going to be the future of Tottenham, and stuff like, well, you never know, he could be good. Now look at him, he's turned out absolutely fantastic, and I think over the past few years he's been very, very on and off of Dele Alli. You never know what kind of Dele Alli you're going to get, and I feel like that's the reason he's been dropped for quite a while. But I think what's the worst that can happen? It's a win-win situation for us, because if he doesn't play well, Daniel Levy can actually stop, getting involved and let Jose Mourinho and his coaching staff sell the player and get him out for about a good 45 million, or he plays well. And there, bang, we've got a creative midfielder. I still think if he plays well, we need some of the likes of Marcel Sabitzer in the summer. But as I say, for me, Dele Alli's absolutely fantastic. I love Dele Alli. Really, really good talent. I just really hope he can prove himself when he does eventually come back to playing. But as I say, as of tonight, I'm not as confident as I used to be with a lot of other matches, considering our recent form. But I don't think we're going to lose. So when it comes to score prediction, I'd have to go for 2-2.
2-2. Look, that's more positive than I did in any of my previews or any show I've done in the last couple of days. So I do love that. There's an interesting stat here with Spurs, and we faced when we faced German managers in the past. Of course, Thomas Tuchel recently taken over Chelsea. We faced German managers 19 times in the Premier League. We've won 7 of those and drawn 5. We've also lost 7, but every single one of those defeats came against Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool. Do you think do you think the managers come into this game at all? Do you think it's a Jose versus Tuchel, or do you think we just need to look at this as Spurs against Chelsea?
Look, you got to look at it from a standpoint that we need to go out there and we need to make a statement. It's big for these players, and it's big for Jose Mourinho. I've made my thoughts on anyone who said Jose out very, very clear. And some of these recent performances, I've made it very clear. I've been vocal about it. It's not Jose, it's the players. I'm not going to delve into that because the game hasn't even kicked off yet. But as I'm saying, when it comes to that, I think this game is absolutely massive for these players and the manager, because some people who are saying Jose out, or if we lose this game, then he'll get even more blame. Yet people fail to see what's actually going on the pitch. And I feel like you've also got to look at it from a standpoint that some of these players is absolutely massive for them. They've really got to prove themselves. They really got to prove that they're not ball jobs really. And they just need to go out there and actually perform. We need to put in a good performance. And I reckon if we put in a good performance, who knows, we could actually win this one. But I do think it's going to be tough. And of course, Chelsea bringing a new manager and get that new manager boost as soon as they play us. It's just typical luck. But as I say, I really, really hope that Dr. Tottenham doesn't come out this time. If Dr. Tottenham wants to come out, we can hit him in the face because it's not coming out. Right, we're going to win this game tonight. I've changed my mind. 3-0 Tottenham.
Come on. Oh, come on. Let's go.
And you know what? There's no better time to do it than a derby game. No better time to do it when you have Chelsea. A lot like the players actually have come out and said before they hate Chelsea more than they do Arsenal.
Yeah.
So I expect them. This is the players' derby. I expect them to be up for this. I expect them to give it all for their badge. I expect them to fight. I expect them to run. I expect them to fight for every second ball. And I honestly, I said on Charlie's preview that some team eventually is going to have to be on the back end of this poor form. Well, we will come out and they will get spanked.
Yeah.
And I think it could be tonight. I genuinely think it could be tonight. I said it on Charlie's preview. I calmed down on it since. I kind of went a bit rational. But I'm pumped for this. There's no reason why we can't do this tonight.
Absolutely. It's like David said, look, listen, I remember when we were in terrible form, and we're going up against Arsenal, who were, last season, who were actually picking up a couple, games. They even were ahead of us at one point. And then, they went to play with us, and they had their chests out like these Chelsea fans. They're saying, oh, we're going to walk into the lane and we're going to beat you. We're going to smash you and all this. And then I remember Toby, bro, getting that 2-1. Bro. What a header. Yeah, exactly. And this was going to happen tonight. This is a derby. These boys better show up. You know what I mean? I don't care about manager. In a derby, there's 3 simple things you need. Fight, passion, and this right here. Represent this. That's all you need. You know what I mean? That's what the derby is all about. And then I hate Chelsea. I hate Chelsea almost as much as Arsenal. You know what I mean? If not more. So, you know what I mean? Like, these players better do us proud. You know what I mean? Go out there, put a shift. And tonight it ends. The form ends tonight. And after that, we're going to pick it up. Come on.
And just a little way on how much it actually means to the fans. On my channel, I've done a segment where we are Tottenham TV called "Tell Me Your Spurs Story." Matty has also been on it. Marcelo will be on it, and they were telling me that when we bet Chelsea in Stamford Bridge, they were at the train station waiting to get on the train to come back, and a Spurs fan just ran up to them, dropped to his knees, and started crying. They were like, "What's wrong with you?" He was like, "We bet Chelsea," and this is how much that means to the fans. There's just a little story on to everyone how much this really means to the fans, and not only us fans, but the fans that travel away every second week to go and watch the team, the fans that go to the home games every second week, the fans all around the world that are not in a position because of geographical location to not be able to go to the games, or you just don't have the money to go to the games. We all sit here, we get pumped for this. It means so much to every single one of them. I hope the players realise this.
Yeah, I agree on that one. Oh, go ahead, Marcelo.
No, I was just going to say, look, listen, the form has not been great. The form has not been good, right? It's obvious. But as a fan base, right, I'd rather come in here pumped and ready like David. I was dreading this game before. But right now, standing with you guys, you know what I mean, just the energy you guys are giving me, I'm getting pumped, you know what I mean? And I'd rather get pumped and ready for a game than just come in it and just thinking we're going to lose, you know what I mean? Thinking we're going to walk, they're going to walk through us. So let's get pumped. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we're all Spurs supporters. Lily, Lane loves Spurs. You know what I mean? David loves Spurs. Maddie loves Spurs. I love Spurs. So let's just come on. Let's give the energy and let's support the team. Let's back the team. Come on.
We've got Stephen Richardson here at Everton fans says see you Spurs on Wednesday. Look, we'll be live streaming as well on Wednesday if you do want to pop in, Stephen. Doing a watch along for that. But Lily, before we let you go, as always, tell us about your channel.
So I've got my own channel on YouTube, Lily White Lane, all kinds of Tottenham content, previews, reviews, predicted lineups, player ratings, everything on there. So if you can do me a massive favour, go and drop a sub on the channel. And before I end off here and leave this thing, I'm just gonna say I cannot wait later on after we absolutely smashed Chelsea to see Rory Jennings talking in his posh accent, saying Roman Abramovich must be responsible for this 3-0 loss to Tottenham. Cannot wait. Thomas Tuchel, Thomas the Tank Engine, Tossport on the sidelines going absolutely mental when we absolutely thrashed them.
Yeah, he's a Spurs fan, He's a Spurs fan, bro. Yeah, he's a Spurs. I even added Carefree Lewis, you know what I mean? Like your boys, he's a Spurs fan, you know what I mean? Get out of here. We're massive, you know what I mean? Even their manager supports us. Come on.
Honestly, I absolutely love the energy, and everyone make sure you do get over to Lily White Lane. Show him the same love you're showing me out here, you're showing Matt Hayes out here. And you're showing Marcelo out here. He deserves it. He comes on. We all look forward to him coming on. He's the voice of reason. He's absolutely brilliant. So please do get over and help the kid out.
Yeah, come on.
Absolutely, I echo those sentiments. Silly White, as always, thank you so much for joining us, and I hope
Give
you
me a
enjoy
come
the
on,
game.
you Spurs. Give me a
Yeah.
come on, you Spurs. Come
Come
on.
on, you
Come
Spurs.
on.
Love it. As Martin says, Rory Jennings' favourite out phrase, a delectable medley of footballing splendour.
Yeah.
Anytime I hear that, I turn the video off straight away.
What
I
an
do not like him.
absolute knob. Isn't he? Isn't he, though? Come on.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
look at this guy. We've got Thomas Tuchel in the chat here as well. Well, look, do you know what? Let's talk about Thomas Tuchel. He's come into Chelsea and he's changed the way they've played, the way they play. He's changed the mentality around the fan base. Look, you see, Tottenham fans are in such a bad state at the moment where a lot of us are in meltdown. Chelsea fans are all excited saying, this is going to be their season. We're level on points in the Premier League. Now, Tuchel has played Spurs twice in his managerial career, both with Borussia Dortmund, and he beat us home and away in the Europa League a couple of years back. But this is a different thing. It's a London derby. As you said, David, he's a Spurs fan, so maybe he'll have a little word with Mendy to let one or two in. But look, as Flamethrower there says, passing merchants against their first game against Wolves, they registered 820 passes and not a single goal. It's this in a way does play into our strengths because we want them to have the ball and they want to have the ball.
Yeah, mate. How many times have you heard Jose over the years say, "Look, they can have the ball. I have the 3 points." How many times? It's a famous quote. You know what I mean? He always comes out saying, "Yeah, they can have all the possession they want, but did they win?" You know what I mean? At the end of the day, this is primed up for that. Let them all have the ball, and the reason why it keeps breaking down is because of Callum Hudson-Odoi. Okay, everyone at Chelsea likes to think his next big thing. He's too greedy on the ball. When he realizes when to pass and go, he'll be shit hot. But I don't think it's ever going to drop with him. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So for me, yeah, they can have all the passes they want. All we need to do is take the ball off them once, get it in behind, get some on the end of it, and bury it. And then we can sit back and soak it up again and watch them pass it around in front of us. Do you know what I mean? What I might even do is get an armchair out, bring it over to the Hotspur away, and just sit there with the boys, eating popcorn, watching Chelsea pass it around, because that's all they're going to end up doing tonight. I honestly believe if we can start fast, get that early goal, Chelsea are in trouble tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you want to talk about early goals and all that, 9 of Tottenham's league goals this season have come in the first 15 minutes of games, which is a league high of 26.5%. So more than a quarter of our goals have come in the first 15 minutes. It's 9 out of 34. On the flip side, 12 of Chelsea's 34 goals, which registers at about 35% in the Premier League this season, have come after the 75th minute. Only Manchester United have more than that, and that was helped by the 3 or 4 they got after that stage in the game against Southampton the other day. So this could very well be, if Spurs do show up and we do play the way we can play in first halves, this could absolutely be a game of 2 halves where Tottenham do well in the first half, and the second half is backs against the wall. Chelsea absolutely peppering us. And one thing that could become very important for Chelsea, as it nearly did at Stamford Bridge a couple of months ago, is their fullbacks. And Dara here at Doff says, wonder if the Chelsea fullbacks will be firing on all cylinders like last week, oddly. Look, Marcus Alonso, he loves a goal against Spurs. He just loves playing Spurs in general. Reece James as well on the other side is a huge prospect for England at fullback. Because it is Timo Werner starting up front, do you think Chelsea have kind of avoided a really good opportunity to pepper Oliver and Dyer with high balls into Abraham and Giroud?
Yeah, it's insane, honestly. Screw Abraham. Abraham literally is a lower Premier League striker at best, honestly, right? He's a blank, right? Giroud is the one that should be playing. That's where Lampard got it completely wrong. And Thomas Tuchel is going to get it wrong tonight, because for me, what you do is, Alonso is a good crosser of the ball. Reece James can make stuff happen. You know what I mean? You have Mason Mount who can float one in. You have Kovacic, Jorginho who can float one in. You know, if they play Giroud in there, they have a target man, pepper the ball in all night long, and to the point where Dyer and Toby it gets to the point where it's sore their header in the ball, that they end up missing one and Giroud gets in front of them. Honestly, they've missed a complete trick here tonight. For me, I'm actually like the playing with wing backs, because it means that you can get in behind these. You can get down the left and you can get down the right. You know there's already an avenue you can do. Get in behind them. Because at the end of the day, Thiago Silva, yeah, he's been good for them. He's not the quickest, Matty. He's not the quickest.
He's 36 years of age. I would argue, is way past his best. Look, signing a free, they were optimistic about it, but I think deep down they know if it is a race between Son and Thiago Silva tonight, there is only one winner. And now let's get on a member that we haven't seen in a while, and we're absolutely delighted to see back, Arthur Everett. Let's get him.
Oh yes, come on, Arthur.
Hi, Arthur. How are you?
Oh, good evening, boys. I'm okay. First of all, I'd like to say thank you for the people that have sent me messages about my mum. As you know, she's 92, she's got dementia, and she caught COVID. Pleased to say that she's not going in hospital, and she's in a home, and that's where she's staying. So for the last few weeks, I've been a bit worried about her, as you can as you can
Of course
expect.
you would. Of course you would.
Of course. That's terrible to hear, but hopefully everything goes okay out there.
Yeah, I'm a lot happier now. So let's rock and roll.
That's good. It's good to hear.
Come on.
The lineup tonight, Arthur, is one that we're looking at as a really, really strong lineup. We've four at the back again, and we've Carlos Vinicius getting a start as well. Do you think Vinicius could kind of cover the void left by Harry Kane?
Well, I hope so. He won't play as Harry Kane does, but at least it's someone in the middle.
Yeah.
That they can get the ball up to.
A target man.
Yeah, a target man. Song is not a centre forward. He comes in off the left, doesn't he? And I'm glad that he is playing. Very, very glad. It gives him a chance to prove what he's worth. We bought him to be a cover for Harry, but it's about time we used him as a cover for Harry. I'm pleased that the thing is that Jose has made up with Dele Alli. Let's hope that works. That's got to work. Otherwise, what's the point? But keep your fingers crossed that it works. But I want these players to show something tonight, that when they put on the Tottenham Hotspur shirt, how much it means to us, the fans, and how much it should mean to the players. You're playing for Tottenham Hotspurs, and you've got to show that you want to play for Tottenham Hotspurs. Put it in your heart that you're playing for Tottenham Hotspurs, not like the Brighton game.
Yeah.
That was just disgusting, that Brighton game.
Yeah, it was a disgrace. Especially in a derby, right, Arthur? You know what I mean? You got to show up in a derby. There's no excuses. You can't look at the manager. You can't look at anybody else. A derby is all about fight and passion. You know what I mean?
Well, that's right. That is right. So they've got to put it in tonight. Otherwise, I don't know what will happen. I'm hoping and praying. We have got.
Jose in or Jose out?
Sorry.
Are you Jose in or Jose out?
No, I'm Jose in.
Come on, Arthur.
I am Jose in. First of all, he's the highest paid manager in the Premiership. So if you got rid of him, you've got to pay him his 15 million a year. Then you've got to buy pay someone else. We can't afford that. But apart from that, Jose is the manager that's won everything.
Yeah.
The players have got to believe in him. I'd sooner win playing badly than playing lovely football, but saying, oh, well, you've lost again, but we played lovely football. That ain't the point. The point is we have to win.
3 points.
I don't care how we win, as long as we win.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely
I 100%
agree
with you.
Yeah.
It's a results business.
Yeah.
And if we don't get the results, then I don't know. But we've got to trust Jose. Jose knows what he's on about. He's won enough cups and leagues, so we just got to trust him. The players have got to trust him.
Yeah.
And and put it in.
Mm-hmm.
That's the main thing. I don't mind losing if they put their heart and soul into the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the way you lose, isn't it, Arthur? Yeah. You can't go on losing the way you did against Brighton and Liverpool with no passion or fight. Like you said, you don't mind losing, but Jesus Christ, go down fighting. Go down in the blaze of glory. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean the Newcastle game, where we drew, I wasn't even upset with the performance. I was like, boys, we hit the post so many times, it just wasn't our night. Liverpool at Anfield, I wasn't, mad at the players. I was just saying, listen, that's just football. You know what I mean? You win some, you lose some. We showed out there. We went with fight. That's what I want to see. I want to see us fight again. You know what I mean? We haven't seen that in the last 3 games, Arthur, have we?
No, we haven't. We haven't seen that at all. I could play better on me crutches than some of those players.
Yeah. I bet you show more passion, Arthur. You know what I mean?
What position did you play back in the day?
Sorry?
What position did you play back in the day?
What position? I played sort of in the back. You know,
we could do with you in the team right now.
Yeah, Hey Arthur, you got a Tottenham jersey? I can lend you mine.
Yeah, I've got a Tottenham jersey, but it was in the wash, so I've had to put this shirt on. But no, I have got one. You know,
we still let you play.
Yeah, we'll let you play. You can even bring the red jersey. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. But I'm just hoping for a good game tonight off of Spurs. You know, show us that you play for Tottenham.
Yeah.
You know, your heart's in Tottenham. He hasn't been in Tottenham, you know, the last few games. And to me, against the Liverpool game, my own personal opinion was that Hugo let 2 goals in.
I agree with you.
Which really, he should have got the first one with Dyer. It don't matter if he got a kick. You know, and the second one where he should have caught it instead of powering it out, you know. Yeah. There's 2 goals I think we could have saved. That's my own opinion. You know.
Yeah, no, I fully agree with you on that one. But look, it's Chelsea tonight. It's such a big game for us, Arthur. It could be a season-defining one. Can you see us getting the 3 points tonight?
Yes and no.
That's a tough one, right? Yeah.
It all depends on how they play. If they play like they did against Brighton, well, then no, we won't get 3 points. You know, if they play with passion, we have got a team. We have got the team what can beat anybody on their day.
Yeah,
you know, it's proved it. It's proved it that we can beat them. I just hope that we play like we can do, and then we would get the 3 points. You know, in my heart, I want the 3 points. You know, I do.
I mean, as tough as it gets, Arthur, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, a bad form has to run its end. You know what I mean? It has to run its course. And, you know what I mean? We've won, 2 games out of 9, you know what I mean? So we've been in pretty terrible form, you know, compared to the beginning of the season. So, in my opinion, it's somewhere there's got to be a line where it's going to change. And last season, it was against our rivals, Arsenal, and we went on and actually won some games. Now, hopefully, it can be Chelsea, and we can, build from that.
Oh, well, I hope so. Like you say, the bad run should come to an end. It's got to come to an end sometime. All clubs go through it. Liverpool are going through it, you know.
Oh, we know that.
Everyone goes through a bad patch. And I think we've run our course now with bad patches. It's our time now to put the bad patches behind us and win and keep winning. You know,
absolutely.
But they've got, as I say, they've got to show more passion tonight. You know, more passion, more heart. That's I nearly cried my eyes out watching them because as I say, I've been a Spurs supporter for 62 years.
Yeah,
and that's one of the baddest games I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, nearly broke me as well.
And listen,
honestly, it nearly broke me.
And listen, Arthur, I always tell these guys, you've been to Mordor and back. You know what I mean? You've been to the Dark Ages. Like you've seen the Dark One itself. You know what I mean? You must have seen some shocking games. For you to say that Brian was, our worst game, that really tells you how pathetic the performance was.
It was. Oh yeah, I've seen some bad games, especially when we got relegated and all that lot. But I've seen some bad games. But that one against Brighton takes the biscuit. It was just unbelievable, just unbelievable.
Yeah, and that says a lot. And there's only so much we can ask of the team. And it was Bill Nicholson who said, we at Spurs set our sights so high that even failure has in it an echo of glory. And that's all we want. We want, if it's not if we're not winning every single trophy, at least do our best in trying to get that done. And let's hope we can turn this around with a victory against Chelsea tonight. Arthur, do you want to give us a quick score prediction before you go?
7-0.
Oh, wow. That's crazier than my 5-1 for Liverpool. I love it, Arthur. Come on, let's go.
Thanks so much for joining us again, Arthur. We wish you the best to you and your mom as well. We'll talk to you soon.
Come on, you Spurs.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
See you, Arthur.
Keep safe. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Everybody's favorite channel member. Thanks so much for joining us, Arthur. We had a comment there in the live chat a second ago If I can find it. Joel Williams says, I lost my best friend this week. He loves Spurs. I'm a United fan. I'm used to banter so much after games, rooting for Spurs so much tonight. I'm really sorry to hear that, Joel. Honestly, our sincerest condolences, and hopefully Spurs can get the win tonight for your friend.
Hey, stick around. Whether we win or lose, you're gonna get entertainment out of us. You know what I mean? That's what's great about this live stream.
And also let us know in the comment section whether you think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will win a league.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll see Ali winning anything soon. Look, let's get on our next channel member back from last week, the week before. Jay is back on. How are you, Jay?
Hi guys, how's it going?
How you doing, Jay?
Oh, guys, so last time when we spoke, it was before the Liverpool game, and I mean, it is what it is. Probably my negative energy, reached the boys, and I honestly didn't expect that. I expected more of a fight. After that, the just the backlash in terms of people wanting Jose out is absolutely unbelievable. It's actually shocking because, well, who else do we expect to get? There's literally no better manager with a CV like Mourinho, and I know people say, well, that doesn't mean anything because he hasn't won anything with Spurs. Well, he needs time. To me, I personally think there's no better manager that we can currently get, and if he needs 5 years, I'm happy to give him 5 years. I know, we've been patient for since 1960s to win a league title. Might as well wait 5 years because let's face it, this man has the resume to prove it. He's not a, he's not one of those. He truly is a special one. I've always wanted Jose to be our manager, and as much as I love Pochettino, because let's face it, if Poch didn't do his magic to get us where we are right now, Mourinho probably wouldn't have signed for us.
No.
So I think we definitely owe a lot to Poch for what he did. I genuinely wish we could have just sent him off with the trophy, and I just wanted to say to all the Jose haters out there, comment down and let us know who would you actually want to bring in. We can't be like Chelsea, and even if we do fire or sack Mourinho, remember he's one of the highest paid managers. I believe the third highest paid manager, and how are we going to be able to pay that off? And in a COVID financial climate, so I think right now we got to do what we got to do. I also wanted to again mention that I am terrified the fact that we have Dyer and Davies playing again. Those two always
the
make
duo combo.
It's I never like to slag off anyone that has worn a Spurs shirt. And I don't have any disrespect personally for them or anything, but I genuinely think that we need to cut ties with these two. They are championship level players, if at best. And there's a mistake in them. I understand Sanchez is also a big calamity. I understand he's, I had high hopes for the guy. Like when we got him and he was initially our record signing, I was like, wow, this came out of nowhere. I don't even know this kid.
Yeah.
And, I genuinely thought with the pace and the fact that he took over Toby's role and he paired so well with Vertonghen, I'm like, this guy's a beast, and it's just so unfortunate that it's worked out this way. It's very, very sad. He's a young guy and he's likely going to be sold who I don't know. And as far as today's game goes, it brings me flashbacks of Conte's, 3-4-3. That was so dominant. I mean, they just flew past and won the league, and we never actually got a chance to compete with that. And just seeing Marcus Alonso, oh my goodness, that just I'm fuming because I just do not like this man, and he always tends to turn up against us.
He always scores against us. I hate it.
Right. I'm genuinely hoping that with a tactical genius like Jose, perhaps overwhelm them in midfield. Carlos Vinicius is not Vincent Janssen. A lot of people want his loan terminated, thinking he's useless. I even saw that on Twitter. I could not believe it. I mean, he has done everything that has been asked of him and he's done it better. For a backup striker, this kid is talented. I want us to keep him, genuinely speaking. I want us to keep Carlos Vinicius. I think for a young kid who is happy to sit back and play the cup games, you're not going to get a better forward. And I'm also happy to hear that Dele Alli and Mourinho may have reconciled. I think that's
we need him back, man. We need him back. You know what I mean? We need goals in the midfield, and for me, and Baller's a number 8. I totally agree with you there. You know what I mean? If we can get Dele Alli firing again, and Baller in that 8 position that he wants, we have a real deadly midfield.
Absolutely.
Really deadly.
We know Dele hates Chelsea, so I would have loved to have him play.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he's injured. I saw some tweets, people getting mad at Jose that Dele isn't starting. I'm like, please, like, go read an article, please. He's injured. He can't play him.
I hope this has been a lesson for him. He's a young guy. He's been through a lot of his Instagram shit, and he almost was our equivalent of Jesse Lingard, except he was way more talented than Jesse Lingard. He could actually play football and turn the tide of a game. But the thing is, I just hope he's matured and he's understood that, this is the manager that can take him forward. This is the same guy that has openly admitted that Sir Alex Ferguson wanted a Dele Alli. I mean, this is a big compliment coming from a guy who pretty much, yeah, absolutely. I mean, let's face it. He was Mr. Premier League, Yeah.
If Sir Alex Ferguson said that he wanted me, I'd be over the moon.
Absolutely. And the idea is, I think Dele, feels like, well, he's made it. He's accomplished. There's nothing else, left for him to prove. I think that's arrogance on Dele's part. I don't like arrogance, especially when, you're coming up against a man who has won it all, and you have not won anything. So I think, and especially in the beginning when Jose first came, Dele Alli played every game. He stuck a rocket up Dele's ass, and he's like, you're going to be playing. This is not Dele's brother. We want you, the original Dele, back. And then basically over the summer, he's clearly fought. He's been lazy in training, and I'm happy to hear this has happened, and I'm happy that Jose has reconciled. I just feel like I just don't want Daniel Levy to put too much pressure on Jose and force him to tell him how to run his team, because I think he works best when he's kind of left alone. And but the fact that PSG weren't willing to fork up anything for Dele, then in that case you might as well keep him and use him.
And in my opinion is right. For me, Jose, he's always been like this. I feel like the criticism of him, treating players badly or, singling out players, just canceling them basically has been very unfair, because he's always left the opportunity of coming back. You know what I mean? He did it with Endon Baller. He's done it with Dyer. He's done it with Sanchez. It's just that, for me right now, it's good that they finally fixed this, whatever was going on. But for me right now it's up to Dele.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And fans, if he goes out there and he doesn't perform, you cannot blame that on Jose. You know what I mean? You can't say, oh, but Dele is being played in this position. Listen, if he's a world-class player, you can play in multiple positions. That's what world-class players are for.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So he has to play the manager system, whether he likes it or not. That is Jose Mourinho's system.
Absolutely. And I totally agree with you, Marcelo. And it's the ball is in Dele's court, and he needs to. And even if he doesn't perform in the actual games, as long as he's showing himself and looking interested in training, because people are constantly saying he's disinterested. He's giggling, he's joking, he's not serious. Okay, it happens once in a while, but it's disrespectful to the coaching staff.
And to his players, and to his fellow players.
Why does Sissoko get in? You can't tell me Sissoko has better ball control and footballing intelligence beyond Dele. No, it's because the man will has like 4 lungs. He will bust your gut and do whatever it takes. Sissoko is the kind of guy that you ask him to be water boy, you ask him to play right back, defender. He'll do anything. He'll play the goalkeeper. This is
Winks can be water boy. Harry Winks can be the water boy.
Yeah, I know, David, you're not a big fan of Winks, but I will say this, and I'm not. I don't believe in fanboys or yes, definitely. There's always this.
Hear him out, David. Hear him out.
I think for what Winks does and what his role is in a team, he does it. Like if he needs to make a short, safe pass, he'll do it. you won't have him, dive into challenges, making reckless, red cards or giving away penalties. Yes, he does a lot of sideways passes, a lot of backways, but Davies is the king of that.
Yeah.
Heck,
What?
people talk about Rose being a terrible forward, but I remember Rose as a fullback. You could never imagine him stopping, having the ball, stopping just before midfield, looking back and passing it to the goalkeeper. No, you play a 1-2 with the midfielder and move forward. That's why I miss Danny Rose. Obviously, things have changed now, and we'll never see him again. But that's what Reguilon reminds me of. Whereas Davies, you're like, he might as well not be there. To me, it's almost like
we're playing 10 men. You know what I mean?
Absolutely,
when he's there.
And for what Winks' role is, and there's a reason why Jose keeps picking him. And if he does not stay, next season, then we know that perhaps Jose was just utilizing him because we didn't have the funds to replace him. But I just think perhaps if there's anybody that needs to be phased out, it has to be Dyer and Davies first.
Yeah.
Then perhaps we can look into getting Winks. But with the whole homegrown factor, let's face it, it's the passport that gets them playing Dyer and Winks,
Yeah.
And
just on Harry Winks. Look, first of all, he does actually do reckless challenges. How many times have you seen him slide in, get a stupid yellow, just to live up to the passion that the fans talk about with Harry Winks, right? And then second of all, the safe passing. That's if he completes the pass. 9 times out of 10, he doesn't even complete the pass.
Right.
Winks is not good enough for Tottenham, and fans need to wake up to this fact. I don't want to hear any more of he's a squad player, he's this, he's that, and the other. Like,
I'll
Jay,
back Jay here, though. I have to
but,
back Jay here, though, David, because in my opinion, David, if I had the choice between who do I get rid of first, Davies, Dyer, or Winks, it would be Davies and Dyer first. I'll get a replacement. I'll get a replacement for this.
You need better midfielders. It's Harry Winks that goes first.
No. We need defenders right now.
When you have a better midfield, you can get away with Dyer at centre back. Okay, yeah, replace Benjamin Davies. I fully agree, but you'd get away with Dyer at centre back.
But we already got a lot of midfielders. You know what I mean? We got a lot of midfielders.
Look, hear me out. You have to take out Alderweireld's age into account. This is going to be his last season at Tottenham. So come the summer, you're going to have to sign a centre back anyway.
Yeah.
So it all starts with the midfield. The midfield battle. You win that 9 times out of 10. You win a game. So for me, you start with the midfield. You need another midfielder in there. Harry Winks, lads, is not good enough for Tottenham. And anyone that thinks he does, well, honestly, you're never going to win trophies. Honestly, no, honestly.
That and I hate to interrupt, but I totally agree with you, David, that he's definitely not the standard of midfield that we need. I just think that perhaps as a squad player, because we're financially constrained, it wouldn't be a bad idea to have him lingering around. But you're absolutely right. He is not the caliber of if we want to succeed and move on. No, absolutely, you're absolutely right. Winks is not the caliber of midfielder we need. And I wanted to bring this up last time, but where we have suffered the most is our scouting department. Our scouting has been shambolic.
Fraud.
Hitchin has done nothing. He is absolutely useless. His network, he is the true ball fraud, is what I say. He even in that documentary, you could tell he is. I just don't understand why Levy persists with him. I know when we had Paul Mitchell, there was a bit of a, we chose Poch's decision over backing Paul Mitchell, and he's the one who actually has scouted top players, and we don't have to look for expensive players. We can look within the championship. Or we can look in France, we can look in Spain and pick out gems like Wolves pick out, that Leicester pick out, that Southampton's scouting network is just phenomenal. They keep bringing footballers from out of nowhere. You've never heard of their name, and they're being sold like Van Dijk, for example. We got Toby from there. I can keep going on, and so Southampton is they have invested heavily on a nice European scouting network, whereas our scouting network won't go beyond a certain number of countries. And I know scouting is expensive, but I think if that's what we're looking at, affordable players, good quality players, we need to invest in there.
I agree.
And we have been let down severely, because if we had a decent scouting network, we wouldn't need Winks anymore. You're absolutely right. Winks would be gone. A lot of these players would be gone. But who are we supposed to buy? Any name that we're linked with, Sabitzer? It's a Premier League club that's after him. Oh, price is inflated. So who do you get? It's so tricky. to buy someone in Milan Skriniar. Like Inter Milan are going to inflate that price this summer, and we won't be able to get him. So what's our alternative? We need an alternative, and Hitchin has never had any answers that that will actually fulfill a role, which is why we have to trust in Pochettino and Jose and his network and his link with his agent, the super agent, obviously. And
it's what got us Hoiberg and Regulon.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Really.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? He called up Regulon, and Hoiberg said that he wanted to play for Mourinho specifically.
I feel this whole thing kind of does come back to, we have the super chat here from Tin Man, welcome to £5. I really appreciate that. Tin Man says, doesn't matter who the manager is, as long as Levy is there, nothing will change. And it is that kind of lack of structure among the whole transfer system, whatever it is, that I do feel does come back to buy Spurs. And someone like Jose Mourinho, he really does need that money to actually go out and build a team.
Right, but again, you cannot have a more fiscally responsible, a talented financial man like Levy. I have heard Arsenal fans, I've heard Arsenal ex-directors say that you can say whatever you want about Spurs, but Levy knows how to run a club, and he's our biggest asset. Believe it or not, I know people are very quick to criticize him. Look, if he has the money, he'll spend it, but he has a lot. Look at us. We did. How many staff did Arsenal have to sack, have to let go? We never were able to. We did have some that were temporarily laid off, but they were brought back. This is smart planning.
Can I just say something on that? Look, don't be fooled by Daniel Levy not having the money. At the end of the day, every other club in this league, the owners have put their hands in the pocket to fund a couple of players at some stage. The only ones who haven't is Enoch. Don't be fooled about that. The money's there.
Let's forget about Enoch for today. Let's forget about Enoch today. It's Chelsea against Tottenham. You know what I mean? We're going way off track. We can't do anything right now, David. You know what I mean?
No, but that's for this. Answering what he's asked. He's speaking about. All I'm doing is answering it.
Yeah, no, that's grand. But look,
it's
Jay,
fair enough. But
Jay, we have another channel member waiting to come in here in a second, so we're going to have to let you go if that's all right.
So much of your time. I appreciate you guys having me on again. And hopefully we'll be all smiling and having a drink and celebrating the win today. Come on, you freaking Spurs!
Come on, you Spurs!
Thanks for the call, Jay. Enjoyed the conversation as well as last time as well. Cheers. Talk to you soon, Jay. We've next up, we've a new channel member here, Will Stewart, joining. Thanks so much, Will, for joining the channel membership and going straight into the deep end, coming in with the live call-in show. Will, how are you getting on?
I'm doing good, guys. I've been on chats with you guys on the Watch TV channel, so figured I'd come check you guys out. And
I've seen you on there. I always love what you have to say. It's a big game for us tonight, Will. It could be, looking at it as a season definer in terms of where we go if we're gathering momentum, or if we are going to be this lackluster side for the rest of the season. How important do you think this could be for us?
Tonight's game, I don't know if it'll be necessarily important. I think if we can get out of there with 1 point, that'll be helpful. A win would be great, but without Kane in, I don't know how realistic that's going to be. If it would have been, if Frank was still there, I would say we would have a good shot. With the boost that they are going to get from their new manager, I think it'll be a little bit tougher. But my biggest thing is with all this Jose in out stuff, I just think that people aren't focusing on how we're actually playing football right now.
Yeah.
And I think that makes more of a difference than whether Jose's in or he's out. Our passing accuracy has dropped significantly. If you look at stats from the beginning of the year, our pass completion rate is almost down by about 15 to 20%. And I think that they've just gotten a little bit sloppy in Jose's new system, right? That long, risky ball was a lot more successful at the beginning of the season than it is now. So we're giving the ball away a lot more, playing people out of position, right? Jose has to take credit for not starting Vinicius last week and playing Son out of position. I mean, anybody who plays FIFA knows that if you play a player out of position, he loses OVR, right? So I mean, that's basics, all right? So
but I will say this, I know it's been rough, but the fans wanted this, you know what I mean? They wanted the more, even when we were top of the league, the fans wanted an attacking style. He tried to give us that, you know what I mean? I just think personally, we need to go back to the pragmatic way of just playing defensive football and playing on a counter, playing the ugly football, physical. You know what I mean? That's what was getting a success. And partly I will blame Jose because at the end of the day, he should listen to himself and not the fans. But you know what I mean? I felt like he was getting a little bit of pressure from the media and fans. And you know what I mean? I just feel like we need to go back to that style that was getting us W's.
Yeah, I personally don't mind. I'm kind of like not the previous guest, but the guy before him. You know, as long as we're winning, I could care less how we're winning. Right?
Yeah,
as long as
I agree.
We're getting the 3 points, I could care less how we're getting the 3 points. But the problem is that the players have to, if you're going to play counterattacking football, those long passes into the middle third, out getting into the final third, have to be accurate. They have to find your man. If you're not finding your man, you're just turning over possession to the other team, and you're making it harder on yourself, right?
Yeah.
So you have to connect those passes. Those passes have to make it through. That linking ball, that ball in transition into the middle and then out to the left or the right has to connect. If it doesn't connect, you can't get in behind the defense and you can't score goals.
Yeah.
If you're not connecting the passes, and that's why I really think it really comes down more to the players. And
yeah.
And I don't want to, even what you guys were talking about with your last guest and stuff like that. And I've said this on the We Are Tottenham TV channel a couple times. We need a right winger I think we need a right winger more than we need defenders, because there's no one there right now who's able to do what Son is doing on the left. No one, right? Yeah. Mora can't do it. Lamela can't do it. Bergwijn isn't his natural position isn't on the right. It's on the left. Bale right now, well, I don't think that he's necessarily performing poorly. He's not doing any better than Lamela or Mora are doing at the moment, so we can't count on him for that. We need, and as far as transfers are concerned, I'm a bit sick of these buying in bulk transfer windows.
Yeah.
Multiple 5 or 6 people at low value. Why not get
just 2 or 3 signings? Yeah, just 3. I was talking to David. I completely agree. I've been saying this, Will. You know what I mean? People always complain to David and I about, oh, Marcelo, you're being unrealistic. You're trying to spend all these money. But I'm just saying, listen, I'm not saying get all these players at once. But if we can get maybe a Milinkovic, right? And a Sabitzer, right? I'd rather just get those 2 signings than, get 5 or 6 signings that, you know what I mean, are just kind of like, throwing at the wind. Really.
Yeah, I mean, we did that when we sold Bale, right?
Yeah, and it didn't work.
Wasted all that money.
Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree. Great point.
And
I think a lot of it. Oh, go ahead.
And even we've been linked with Di Maria a couple times right now. I would like to see that come in just to see, because what we have on the right now is so poor. It's so poor. There is we don't have another threat on the right that defenders have to respect. And that's the whole thing about, even when Harry Kane isn't playing well, even if he's dropping deep, it's the fact that defenders have to respect him, because if they don't respect him, they're going to get burned, right? That's the whole point of having that class. And I thought Gareth might provide that opportunity when he came in, but it hasn't really worked out. But even when he does come on, you do see them, instead of necessarily pressing him and putting a lot of pressure on him to win the ball back, they do sit a yard off of him. They do respect him. And that helps open up the field for the rest of the midfield and for the left side of the field. So we really, really, really need, I think I would rather see us spend, 50, 60 million on one really solid center back and another 50, 60 million on the right-hand side. And that's it. 2 people. Bring in 2. I mean, to be honest with you, that's what Liverpool has been doing for the last 2 or 3 years, right? Big money on 1 or 2 people that's really going to take them over the edge, because you don't need 11 world-class players on a team.
Yeah.
You need world-class players through the spine or in positions that create balance in order to open up the field and create chances and win games, right?
Yeah,
Liverpool's midfield isn't world-class, but they're balanced. Right?
Yeah.
World-class defense, world-class in the attack, and the midfield links those 2 things together.
Yeah.
And that's how they play their games.
And as as far as I would say, you know what I mean, not even all of their center backs are world class. I mean, in my opinion, you know what I mean, Joe Gomez isn't really world class. I think only Van Dijk is really like the world class top center back there. But I think you need a world class player at least in like, you know, and you know, we need a, you know, world class fullbacks, a world class CB, maybe, you know, someone world class in the midfield. You know what I mean? We don't need a full squad, but just having a couple in there in different positions definitely helps out. I absolutely agree with you. And as far as I'm concerned right now, right, we keep focusing on the depth, and that's why I was disagreeing with David about the whole Winks thing. Is, you know what I mean? Winks is a person we put in the bench. You know, we use him for rotations. So for me, I'm not focused on Winks. I'm focusing on replacing Dyer, you know, Aurier. I'm focusing on replacing, you know, people that are starting. Because right now we don't have a strong starting 11.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just a bit conscious of the time that the game's kicking off in a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Will, I just want to get your score prediction quickly before you go.
I'm hoping for a 2-1 win, but I'm thinking a 1-1 draw is a little more realistic. So.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. I think Chelsea may be coming out of here with at least a point. Anyway, Will, thank you so much for joining us today. Really appreciate it. And thank you so much for becoming a channel member as well. And hopefully we see you on these calling shows a bit more often in the future.
For sure.
Come on.
See you. Enjoy the game.
All right, thanks, guys.
Enjoy, man.
So we are the players are out on the pitch. We're about 2 minutes away from kickoff. Everyone get your score predictions in that live chat. We'll go through as many of them as we possibly can. But first of all, I'm going to ask the question I ask every single time, guys. We start with you, David. Are the nerves creeping in?
No, never.
Love it.
Honestly,
Love it.
I don't get nervous before a game. I just get excited. I just love watching Jose Mourinho, the Silver Fox. I love watching Toby run around with his quiff on the top of his head. Do you know what I mean? I love watching Højbjerg generate, boss the middle. I love watching end on ball or people bouncing off him. I don't get nervous. I get disappointed if we lose. That's what I get. I get angry. But one thing I am before every game is excited. No nerves. Let's go. Come on, Tottenham. We can definitely do this. We can turn these over. We can roll them over. Let's go.
Marcelo, how are you feeling?
Hey, just like Eminem said, you know, palms sweaty. You know what I mean? My palms are sweaty right now. I'm pretty nervous for this game. You know what I mean, bro? But listen, we could definitely win. Let's just hope the boy turns up. And come on, you Spurs. Let's go. I'm going for a 3-1 victory.
Look, I'm starting to get excited for this one. I've been nervous all the way through, and now I'm starting to get a bit feelings that we can get a result. You know, as you said, David, these are the games when Jose he has his back against the wall. This is really when he starts to provide, and
yeah,
you know, it would be just such a big statement if we did get the 3 points in this one, and it would be just such a Jose Mourinho thing to actually get the 3 points over the line here. And I'm starting to get a bit excited, but of course I'm still a bit wary as well of what could happen. But Chelsea just getting ready to kick off the game here, kicking from left to right. David, who do you think could be the key player for us tonight?
Son, he can be the match winner. Honestly, he can be the match winner. The defensive work has to be a collective, first of all. That has to be the whole team. The whole system is set up around protecting the back four. That's what the whole system is set around. But for me, if you're talking about who can make the difference, who can win us the game, who can get us 3 points, or who even get a goal back to even get us a point out of the game, it's Son. Son tonight is huge. But look, the reason why I don't say end on Baller on Højbjerg tonight is because I honestly expect Chelsea's midfield to have a lot of the ball. I honestly do. But, you know what I mean, defensively they're going to be very important. But as well, end on Baller, all it takes is one ball for him over the top for Son. It's all it takes. So, for me, I think Son being most it's off there. I think there's people that want to sync up.
Come on.
Yeah, I think we'll get the clock here on SofaScore. Oh, ball over the top. Timo Werner with his head in it. Just wide. Oh, wow. My God.
What is going on?
About 4 seconds in, and Timo Werner, from tip-off, Chelsea played it out to the right to Cesar Azpilicueta. He launches it forward, and Timo Werner, in between Alderweireld and Aurier, thankfully, Luke's headed up over the bar. But
I mean, Lloris has that every day of the week.
He does, but that's still concerning.
It is concerning. Yeah. You know what I mean? Toby just getting outdone there.
Give it up, man.
Go down, man. That could have been a foul if he just went down.
Here's Callum Hudson-Odoi breaking forward for Chelsea. Plays the throw inside to Timo Werner.
And
Dominic takes him down. Let's be honest.
No. That's a foul.
Let's be honest here. I'm just waiting for the clock to come up here in SofaScore. Let's see how we're syncing.
Just gave him that little.
He pulled out, in fairness. It was the angle it was at. I got confused. I thought he crunched him with a tackle.
Oh man, this is where it's risky though. Come on, lads, stay focused. Come on, don't stay focused.
Now I know this isn't ideal, but
this
this is the best we can come to a match clock. So this is the time we're at right now. I'll be taking this down after the stream, but if at any point anyone wants it to sync up the stream, just give me a shout and we'll get that up. And so you want to sync up there as Marcelo's talking, that's where we're at. Go ahead, Marcelo.
Yeah, no, I was going to say Thiago Silva is usually pretty good at these.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, come on, boys.
This isn't looking good the first few minutes. You're pulling out challenges.
No, come on. Stay pragmatic. Keep the organization, lads. Keep the organization, lads. Come on. Oh.
Is your stream frozen though?
Yeah. My
internet's gone all over the place a second. Oh, and Dombele caught there by Reece James.
Oh, that's a red.
Oh, that's
no. It's a yellow.
It's a yellow. It is a yellow, but not a red.
Yellow. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's good though. Getting Reece James on an early yellow. That's exactly what you want.
Yeah. Oh, he didn't give a yellow.
That's shocking.
Interesting. I think Matty is his internet is.
I think his internet's gone down. I think
yeah, Matty, you're freezing up.
He's back.
Yeah. Oh man.
It's not a very encouraging game to start with, is it, Marcelo?
I mean, I always said it. We're gonna be pragmatic. You know what I mean? As long as we stay 10 men behind the ball, everybody do the defensive duties.
Yeah, but it's just Chelsea tend to be winning everything now.
Davies getting caught up, but look how far off he is, David.
Yeah,
Hoiberg has to go and defend for him. Oh my God, he has no defensive mind and just leaves acres of space for him, man. Yeah. That's where the problem is. They're gonna keep attacking that side over and over and over and over and over again. You know what I mean? It's he's just not good enough. Please stop backing this guy. You know what I mean? People saying that he's a good enough backup. I really don't believe he is. We can do a lot better. We can do a lot better.
Oh, good defending. And why Matty Hayes has popped out there, everyone. Don't forget to get your super chats in. It helps Matty big time on his goal towards being full time by the end of this year.
And give the like,
it helps him bring better content, and plus it guarantees your comment to be read out. So if you've anything good you want to ask any of us on the panel here, make sure you get your super chats in and we'll answer your questions. Also, Matty's memberships, make sure you join up, because you want the earlier you do it, the better, because it's only going to be more and more people. So it is. So for me, what you do is you sign up now and you get your face in with Matt Hayes and get onto the fan shows before the games.
Yeah. Looks like Matty is going to have some technical issues. He'll be right back real quick, guys. Yeah. It's just his laptop is working out, but David and I will be entertaining you.
we'll take over for a minute or two for you. So we will.
No, listen, not the most encouraging game, and you can see they're always targeting that left side of ours. They know that is the weakness. It's right there. It's Davies. You know what I mean? And rightfully so. You know what I mean? Because he just doesn't have any defensive abilities as well. Like he gets so caught out. But
it's give us 1 second. I'm just going to put the match on the telly there.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in my
I just put the match on the telly so that we can give you guys some commentary.
Yeah. I'm gonna be a little bit. Peacock is usually a little bit slow, but it's crazy how much you guys pay for for subscriptions to watch all these football. For $10, I basically get Serie A, the Italian league, Bundesliga, the Championship, all these leagues, and then I only pay $5 more for Peacock for the Premier League. So for $10, $10, I get to watch almost every football. I mean, to be fair, I guess since it's not bigger. Oh, this is a good counterattack for Sonny. Sonaldo. Come on, man. No, nobody making a run. Oh, Steve. Oh, Sonaldo. Ah, not good enough. Ah, shit. Come on, man. Sonny with a good hit in the post, but just kind of glides to Mendy's hand. It was a good run. It was a good run. Good counter. A little bit more positive, and that's what we need to do, David. You know what I mean? We need to catch them in the counter, and this is what you and I have been crying out. You know what I mean? Give them the ball. Fuck it. You know what I mean? Give them a foul like that. You know what I mean? Rough them up. You know what I mean? They're a pacey team, but they're also a lightweight team. You know what I mean? We got some big heavyweights. I mean, look at Mount compared to Sissoko. You know what I mean? We got to use our advantage. None of this Hotspur way of playing football. I want to see W's.
Yeah, 100%.
I apologize for that, lads.
No problem, lad.
My laptop just started freezing. The Alonso shot there is blocked at the corner. Martin here coming into 550 super chat. Thanks a million for that. Martin says, great content, lads. Just want to say I'm still on cloud 9. Of course you are. And we could be very soon as Carlos Vinicius breaks forward. Ball caught up underneath his feet. You have to get that pass off sooner.
Yeah, if that was Kane, that was a pass. But, you know what I mean? That's what I said. You know what I mean, man?
Cheers,
like, we got to take these counters. It's always also in the final third. The final third pass. Just we're so toothless at times. We need to be a little bit more aggressive. Quick thinking. No, don't wait. Just go for it. I'd rather he passes that and you know what I mean. It goes far away than just hold on to the ball, in my opinion.
Yeah, he's got to try something there. He's running into to 3 men. He was never going to come out of that with possession or anything. He had to. I'll
say this. We've had a couple of spells of counterattacks, boys. You know what I mean? I'll tell you that. We this back line of Chelsea's been kind of split open a little bit, you know. So hopefully we can keep that up. But as the game goes longer, I do fear that because David said it. You know what I mean? We're kind of a first half team. We're not really a team that grows. We're kind of a team that diminishes.
Yeah, absolutely. Which it is a concern, but. Look, you know, things change. Football happens. You can't.
Yeah, football's crazy.
Yeah, you can't rely on stats going into a game, and hopefully they won't come into effect in this one. Because I'm sure a lot of them, with the quick start Chelsea had made, would point towards a comfortable second half for Chelsea. But look, you have to just keep the faith in the team. It's the simple 4-4-2 in the press as we're always doing, and Dembele going up right beside the strikers. We press high.
Great
Højbjerg, they're getting a little touch there.
But Davies just not like nowhere to be seen, man. You know what I mean? He's like in no man's land half the time. He doesn't know, like, he's so far off from every ball.
Bergwijn gets into Vinicius. Here's another chance to break forward. Vinicius out to Sergio on the right hand side.
That was a good pass from Vinny. Yeah, very creative.
Martin says, can I divide the screen into 4 and have the clock in one of the boxes? I can't because when I'm putting that up, I'm sharing screen rather than actually having a video source, so I can't get that into a small little box, unfortunately. This is a really good software, but it's just kind of one limitation it does have.
That's our throw-in! What are these refs smoking, bro? That's our throw-in! Oh my, that's horrible. That's shocking.
Jose's not happy.
That's shocking. No, that's a big deal because, you know what I mean? Like, that's possession back from them. You know, we could have built something maybe, but wow. That's shocking. Shocking. That is never there.
They're turning at the back there.
Yeah. We do look a little bit more threatening on the counter.
Yeah, looking
with Vinny.
A bit more of a bite going forward. A bit more. We're kind of faster in transition than we saw against Liverpool or against Brighton.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is some sort of consolation with the first 10 minutes where Chelsea have had all the ball. Here's Mason Mount. Mason Mount to Timo Werner. Here's Alonso outside him. Tries to flick it. Just got caught underneath his feet. Alonso wins it back off Sissoko. Hudson-Odoi at the edge of the box. Spreads it out right to Reece James. Facing up Davis. Back to Hudson-Odoi and he sweeps the shot wide.
And listen, that's the pragmatic style I want. Come on, boys. There we go. 10 men behind the ball. Everybody defending. Playing in the system. Let's go. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's 7 men back in the box there. There's no space for Chelsea. They're committing men forward. Marcus Alonso really advanced there.
Listen.
As is Reece James on the other side as well.
That's how we're going to beat this style. You know what I mean? We got to let go of our arrogance a little bit. You know what I mean? Matty. Well, geez. Call you like 3 different names.
You got there in the end.
Yeah, no, but that's what we need, Matty. You know what I mean? We need to quit the pragmatic style We need to quit it. We need to keep the pragmatic style. We just need we need to quit. Jeez, what's going on with me? We need to quit this the Hotspur way, you know what I mean? Like the W is what it's important, you know what I mean? So listen, so far I'm happy. I can't, it's not too bad.
We haven't conceded yet, which with this defense is always a plus.
And we're looking solid. The thing is, the difference is we're looking solid compared to, Brian. Brian, we were just wide open.
Absolutely.
It was too easy for Brian to cut us down.
Sorry, lads. I was having trouble with the laptop there.
Oh, no problem, David.
Oh, we're all having technical issues tonight.
It must be something down over in Ireland, lad, at the moment.
There's a lot of crap over in Ireland. Alonso sweeps the ball out to the far side. Reece James manages to take it down and control it well. Gets in behind Davis on the 1-2 from Hudson-Odoi. James puts it across the face of goal. Mount shot blocked.
Thank God.
Davies knows he has the pace to beat him. So what he has to do is take a step or two yards back away from him. Like he should have seen that run. He just let him run straight in behind him.
Just gets spun so easily. I'm surprised Davey doesn't have, you know what I mean? My God.
Hudson-Odoi past Davis way too easily, and Dyer manages to clear the cross. Welcome, Rob, from the Last Minute Winner podcast. If you haven't already,
look at that.
Go over and
That's
check
what
out
I said. Look, this is where Chelsea is gonna bombard that left side. Chelsea, you know what I mean? Like Davies is so crap, and you know what I mean? Like I'm sorry, but you can't defend this guy. If you love Tottenham, you can't defend this guy any longer. He's not even good enough to be a backup. Because, I mean, you need to rely on backups. You can't rely on
so much space again for Reece James out on the left and the right-hand side.
So easy.
He whips into the back post, and Alderweireld manages to flick that away from Alonso, who's coming in at the back stick. And Werner regains possession for Chelsea.
If anyone actually wants to see me and Matty the happiest
we've ever seen, God, Davies, you are.
Do get over and check out
the last
podcast with Rob, because me and Matty were delighted to see that news yesterday.
He just stands there and just lets him...
Yeah, but as David said, if you don't want to go over, we got to have a nice good laugh at Rob and Shane after Brighton beat Liverpool 1-0. So when this stream is over, head over to the Last Minute Winner podcast and check out the post game on that one. It was an absolute pleasure having a laugh with two Liverpool fans who've been the most smug people I've known in my life in the last 2 weeks. And
I wish I was there. Oh man.
Oh, it's so fun. But it's only gonna lift my week if we win today.
Come on, lads.
Speaking of that,
there we are. Post by Thiago Silva. Half clear there by Toby Alderweireld and Dominic.
Come on. Keep running.
Oh. Fuck. Unlucky.
Here's Mason Mount into Marcus Alonso. Mount again in the edge of the box.
We're open here.
Mount takes it in, takes a deflection, but it's through to Reece, and it's a comfortable one.
Looking solid. Come on, boy.
For Reece. I think we're a bit more panicked at the back than we've seen in the games. Let's take Arsenal and Man City, for example, when we did play this style of football at home and we managed to get the 3 points. I think we're looking a bit more panicked today than we did in those. Yeah. But once we just settle down, get our foot in the ball, I think we could be in a fairly comfortable position here. Because as we said, Chelsea like the ball. They like to pass it around with no real aim in mind. So hopefully they can keep doing that and we can get them at our own game in the counter-attack. Because that defence, as Piliqueta and Thiago Silva are both in their 30s, it's not a quick defence. If we can get in behind them, we're in on goal.
Yeah, 100%. I was just actually about to say that before you did about we just need to settle down now, grow into the game, get rid of the early nerves. Do you know what I mean? Get on the ball, settle on the ball for a couple of minutes, just keep possession. Let the defenders build some confidence in this game, and we go. Like you said, Matty, we should be targeting their back line with balls over the top. We should, but we have the pace all day long. We've seen a couple of times there where a couple of good challenges in midfield. The ball is breaking. We're making up 30, 40 yards to get to a ball. So
Mason Mount chips over the top, Hudson-Odoi.
Nice from Højbjerg. Oh no, never mind.
Don't foul him.
Help him! Do something! Oh my God, he's just standing there with his hands behind his fucking back, just doing this all fucking day, man. Holy shit!
Where are you going with it? No. Yes.
Come on.
Yes. Well done.
No, don't give it to Davies. Oh my God, Davies can't get a forward pass for his life.
Oh my God. Oh, Matty, he's going to pass us today. He is, Matty. We're not concerned about this right now. He is all over the place.
I'm very concerned.
This is the worst 15 minutes I've ever seen from a Premier League player in my lifetime, honestly. It's shocking.
Honestly, just get Taganga in there. Substitute him now. No, substitute Davies now and get Taganga in there. Honestly, I would... Oh, man, he is giving me a heart attack. He's giving me a heart attack, Matty.
I have to say, Thomas Tuchel pinpointed Davies and he's getting it right so far.
All the attack is coming from the left, and rightfully so. Oh my God.
Sharon, they're saying, like we said before the game, maybe
pass,
Tanner
pass.
Drew would have been a better option for Chelsea if they're going to be peppering our box with
Give it to
across
Endon
this team of
Baller.
runners. Not the man they really want in there.
Yeah.
Give it to Endon Baller sooner. Not good enough.
Just keep possession. Keep possession.
Don't give it to Davies. Don't give it to Davies.
Dyer didn't even look up at Davies there. Davies was in Hagen's space. Dyer didn't even look at that. Oh, no.
Don't give it to Davies.
Right,
Do not give it to Davies.
No, let's have a big composure. Give him a touch. Let him give an easy pass back. Yeah, that'll do. That's what we need. Build the composure. Build the confidence into the game.
Nice.
Good ball into the middle. Go out wide. Yeah, let's see what we can do here now. Come on.
Come on, lads.
Come on.
That's it.
Well done.
Come on, lad. Come on.
Chelsea
come
playing
on.
very defensive when we get in their half. They've everyone camped behind the ball. Here's Tommy and Dembele. Slip that through towards Son. Oh, it's very poor.
What is that?
That's
very poor ball.
The thing is, he can't give it to Davies because he can't cross. You know what I mean? So, like, he had to do something. You know what I mean? It's unfortunate.
No, look, the good thing is that I take from that, although it was the wrong ball, lads, we cut through them very, very easy there. So, like, you know, and the ball's soft as well. Look, the ball's deflated. So no wonder Ndombele couldn't. Ndombele is that good. He deflated the ball. He's a genius, lads. No, but like what I will say is, in fairness, we fairly sliced through them with ease. If we get that right, if we get that final ball right, there is opportunities here tonight.
Yeah, there is, absolutely. You know, we even saw it at Stamford Bridge. We had that kind of the chance at the very last minute when Lo Celso got the ball at the edge of the box. If there had been a bit of more of a measured pass at that stage, you know, we could have got them. Chelsea are there for the taking. There's no doubt about it.
We can.
But it's whether or not we can keep out at the other end, I think, is the big question for us tonight.
I will say this, aside from Davies, though, we have looked solid. You know, Matty. Everybody's been doing their due diligence.
Except for Ndombele just then as he was nutmegged.
I agree with you. Like, you know, everyone else is starting to do the job, but the Ben Davies so far has been very, very concerning. Honestly, he's still on that roundabout we were talking about being on last week.
Oh, look at that. Look how much space he just gives. And just the laziest tackles he does. I think
our defence has been stretched a lot. We see Toby Alderweireld was way out of position there, so it had to force Dyer across and force Davis across again. And you can see Alderweireld having a word with Aurier there as the ball is out that right-hand side trying to actually order that defence. I think Chelsea are targeting that. They have their three front men in Hudson-Odoi, Mount and Werner making those central runs, and Alonso and Reece James on either side. And it's just causing a lot of problems for defence. And you can even see now Højbjerg is dropping in as a third centre-back to try and sort that problem.
But you know why that is? Because we had four pressing there. Well, not four. They didn't even
great ball
Come on. Come on.
Dembele, Bergwijn, Son joining the race.
Good
Vinicius
ball.
spreads it out left. Tanguy and Dembele take that down. How can he square it? Oh, he's fired it straight into Mendy's hands.
No, lads, we're cutting them open though. Yeah. What Jose has is right. He's keeping four up front against their back three, and it's working going forward. The only thing is, though, it's leaving a lot of space in between that four up top and everyone sitting back. Watch it, Matty. You'll see all the space in the middle where Mason Mount is going to exploit tonight.
He's just got it in that space just there as you said that. The Daily Shield said, Matty and Co, how old are you guys, if you don't mind me asking? I'm 20. I'm a baby still.
23. Yeah, I guess I'm the daddy of the group. I'm 29. but to be honest with you, I act the youngest. So what I'd say is Matty's the most mature, but I'm the oldest.
Yeah. I'm definitely not the most mature. I think David and I definitely. I think definitely Matty is the dad of the watch along.
The one keeping the peace.
Yeah.
Mason Mount back to Kovacic.
All it takes is nicking the ball off one of them midfielders. We're in, lads.
Absolutely.
Jesus.
Dude. See, no one's pressing. They're just letting them have the ball. They're waiting for that sloppy pass to break.
That's exactly what we
need. See all
need.
that space sitting there in the middle. That's it. That's it. See what I'm talking about. Let's go.
Come on. Give it central. Oh, it's a good touch by Kovacic.
No, good challenge.
He kicked the ball, David.
Yeah, but look, Matty, God knows a trier. God knows a trier, lad.
You got to shout for a ball.
That's it. Well, that's the way the game's gone nowadays. If you don't shout for it, you don't get it, do you?
Exactly. But
we've gone from a point where the referees used to referee the game to now where the players referee the game.
Well, that's all I was going to Reece. But to add to your point, David, I do think Mason Mount could be a really key player for Chelsea tonight. Because as I was saying, when they're getting the 3 forward men running forward and the 2 wing backs, it's really stretching that Spurs defense, and it's dragging Højbjerg back into like almost as a third centre back. And then Mount is dropping deep and he's picking up that space in between the lines. So Mount is running Højbjerg ragged at the moment due to his positioning when Chelsea are in possession. It really depends how Spurs will counteract that. But if you're looking for a manager to come up with a tactical decision to defend better, who else do you want in your dugout other than Jose Mourinho, you know?
100%, lad. 100%. I agree with you. Jose will get this sorted. What's concerning me is the space between Eric Dyer and Davies. They've pumped about 3 or 4 balls already in the last 5 minutes straight down the throat there for Callum Hudson-Odoi to run onto. And again, that is exploited because Mason Mount is getting all the space he wants in the middle on the ball. So they're able to pick these passes. So I agree with you. Jose needs to maybe look at this and try and fix it. But then again, maybe it is a tactic employed by Jose. Do you know what I mean? Encourage them. Give them space. Give them this sort of space. Encourage them to come out, because then what we can do, you've seen it a couple of times, we can take the ball off them and exploit the gaps.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think tactically we know how this game is going to pan out. We know how Chelsea are going to play. We know they know how we're going to play. It's going to be down to the individual players, to those like key moments is really where this game could be won and lost. Rob says the back of the collar is the same as. I said that to you yesterday, Rob. I said that to you. You just weren't listening.
Sorry, lads.
Says Matt Hayes, the mature one.
Oh, I had to help out my mom. Something.
No worries.
Come on.
Does she think Spurs are going to win?
She doesn't follow football.
Dyer. That's a penalty.
No, that's a penalty, Dyer.
It's a penalty.
What's he have to do with it?
That's the dumbest penalty I've ever seen. That's the dumbest penalty I've ever seen in my life. That's the dumbest penalty. That is the dumbest penalty to ever give away in my life. That is the dumbest.
Just to describe what happened, as Piliqueta played the ball down the right hand side. As Piliqueta played the ball down the right hand side, kind of cutting in towards Timo Werner, and Dyer was coming across, and Werner jumped in front of him. Just one sec, Marcelo. Dyer kind of jumped across him to try and intercept it, and got nowhere near the ball. And as Werner takes it down, Dyer is on the floor, and he kicks the ball away from him once, and then goes to kick the ball away again, and Werner gets his foot in front of Davis, and he's kicked him in the back of the leg. It's such poor defending. Werner was always in control of that ball, and now Jorginho is going to do his hop and his skip, and he's going to roll it into the bottom right corner. He's just lining up the penalty here.
The dumbest penalty I've ever seen in my life, Matty. And then you're going to blame Jose for that. It's ridiculous.
Jorginho,
and there we go.
Again.
This is such a stupid penalty. We need a center. We need a center back in the summer so bad. That is so bad, dude. There's no reason to do that. Oh, then you're gonna blame Jose for that. That is so shit.
That's honestly, like, that's something you see when you're playing out on the grass in the estate as a kid. Honestly, like that is like, he done his job. He won the ball. Just while you're already on the ground, just keep your legs tucked in and let someone else come across and cover. You do not do what Eric Dyer just done there. That is absolutely shocking. It's a penalty all day long. You can't even debate it. All day long, that's a penalty. And
Timo Werner's looking for it. Like, he's put himself in front of Eric Dyer there to try and draw the foul. And that's absolute praise towards Timo Werner. He's played that exactly how he should have. He knew Eric Dyer was going to be rash. He's going to swing out at the ball.
This is where we
and there's no need to do it, because we were in control of that situation. And Eric Dyer has cost us a goal. And I don't know how many times I've said that this season.
I'm speechless. Matty, I'm sorry that I interrupted you back then, but I cannot believe he gave away that. You know what I mean? I really cannot believe. That is the dumbest penalty I've ever seen given away in a Spurs jersey. That is really the dumbest penalty.
Oh man, I'm so deflated. Honestly,
we stole a gun for this.
I just witnessed. It's so stupid. We
stole Vertonghen for this.
No, look, Vertonghen came out himself and said he wasn't the same player.
I don't care, bro. I'd rather have Vertonghen at 80 years old than this, man.
Bro, I don't think you've forgotten you're a Liverpool fan.
Look, it is what it is. The only thing I can hope now is that we salvage this and get a draw. But they're just peppering Ben Davies.
so stupid.
That's a foul.
We never get fouls. We never get fouls. Spurs, remember? That's shit. That's shocking, man. In a game like this where you need your head, just completely lose it. Oh man. Like
I never thought I'd be saying this with such conviction, but please, when Dele's back injured, please, Dele, if you are watching, please come back and give it your all. Honestly, we really, really do need you. I can't overemphasize this enough. The two boys have backed Dele all the way. I did say I kind of got to a point where, like, you know, maybe the course is run its end, but please, Dele, please, if you do ever get this clip, please come back, give it your all, and please take us out of this slump, because it's just becoming painful. You know, it's getting to the point where I'm just going to accept the fact our defense is that shit that we just need to learn how to outscore teams. We're just going to have to learn how to outscore teams at this point.
Yeah, Ronan says the best Ben Davis in the Prem plays on Merseyside, and the second that signing was announced, I said the exact same thing, Ronan. The best Ben Davis in the Premier League does play with Liverpool, and there's just no point in trying to deny it. Like,
oh man, he body checked him. He just body checked him. He just wasn't even anticipating running behind him.
And the last thing we need to do, we're throwing in ridiculous challenges all over the pitch, and the last thing we need is like Mason Mount or Marcus Alonso swinging the ball into the box and trying to catch us out of the set piece, because you know Chelsea was working right. That's what I'm saying. They're splitting this defense so much. They're dragging everyone out of position, and Alderweireld going out there is the reason.
Keep your fucking shit.
Well, one of them
is making Davis
look first. Take responsibility. We're just booting it long. We're going back to the same shit we saw against Brighton and Liverpool, man. Someone needs to take responsibility on the ball. Please. Someone be a man. Someone grab your cojones and say, I'm going to take responsibility on the ball. I'm going to run this game.
This is really relegation form. Matty, this is relegation. Brighton play better than us. West Brom play better than us at this point.
Referee! Now that's over the ball.
Everybody, I don't see a single team that. I would say this: we have one of the worst defenses in the league. I cannot believe that. Oh man, this hurts. This is exactly
what we said is the last thing we want to see from this team tonight. How is that not a yellow card?
How many times have they stopped us countering? Book them. Stop this shit where they easy fouls and they're stopping us from breaking on them. Oh man, referee. Man, this is hurting, man.
Lads, we're not gonna come back from this one. They don't want it. These players don't want it.
Honestly, I was nearly reduced to tears in the Brighton game. I honestly think your YouTube followers might see me cry today, Matty. I'm not even messing.
Yeah.
I'm just dead inside from this. I'm just. Man.
And the thing is, like, you can't even say bring this person off the bench because you know you're just not going to get anything different. You know what I mean?
That's the dumbest penalty I've ever seen in my fucking life, dude.
You could almost see it coming as well, though.
It's just
you could almost see it coming.
This team is not making top four. Forget top four. Jesus Christ. We are a top 10 team at best. This defense. This is what I'm telling you, David. We need forget Winks. Winks is on the bench. We need 2 center backs. We need a replacement for Dyer pronto. I don't get he cannot be the Jan Vertonghen replacement. He just can't be.
Kovacic walks through our midfield, plays into Timo Werner.
So easy.
Werner back to Kovacic.
So
Here's
easy.
James. Hudson-Odoi in space on the right hand side, faced up by Davis. Not many options in the box.
And then look at Davies. Just
he's forced backwards.
Nobody putting a tackle. Nobody doing it. There we go. Fucking. But then they're on top of it. Oh, come on.
Oh, he's an animal. He's an animal. Like, I love him. But you know what's even more embarrassing, lads? Like, the thing is, we can't even sit here and say if you played Roman or Sanchez, that wouldn't have happened, because it very well would have happened. It's going to be one of the three. Do you know what I mean?
The thing is, it's like the thing that's most frustrating about that, and why I just could not believe it, and I completely lost. Oh my god! But like, why I completely lost.
Why are you passing that back to him?
Oh, please. Honestly, I don't think this is good for our health anymore. Genuinely, I'm becoming concerned for our health because it's not good.
Team. Just like the thing is, Maddie, it's just like it's the same shit all over again, Maddie. You know what I mean? Like with the Brian one, all right, Brian just cut us open, but Chelsea didn't even cut us open. It's just a stupid, dumb, just idiotic mistake. This is
lads. We've 3 midfielders and we can't find one of them with the ball. We've 3 of them and we cannot find one of them with the ball.
Here's Mason Mount, hits it, drags it wide. But that's come from Højbjerg having comfortable possession at the edge of our own box. He kicks it out for a throw-in, and two passes later, Mason Mount has a shot from the edge of the box.
Oh my god, where's our defense?
Jose has to sort this defense out. I don't know where Toby thinks he's going, but he's not playing centre back, and he's making Dyer and Davis look worse because Dyer has to come across and fill the space, then Davis has to come across and fill that space, and that's leaving a space on the far side for Reece James and Hudson-Odoi, who are ripping us apart.
Yeah, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Matty.
Ball. Turn inside to end them.
Good ball.
Come on.
Yes.
Pass is too slow.
Yeah.
There's no stain.
Well, look, at least we're keeping the ball.
There's no teeth. There's no.
Good touch by Silva there.
Well, look at them. Look at them. Just running and tackling for the ball. Oh, we're an embarrassment. This is embarrassing.
Where's Aria? Where is Aria right now?
I don't even know.
Probably went home again. He probably went home again.
Right? Oh, and Davies just hesitating. No conviction. No conviction.
Oh, what a comment, Matty. That was brilliant.
Would it surprise you, David? Be perfectly honest. Would it surprise you?
No, it wouldn't surprise me to see footage of him walking down the tunnel right now, you know? Oh, boys. Honestly. Oh, man. If you don't laugh, I'm going to cry, honestly. It's just hurtful, like, you know. Even Toby's long ball there, it's so straight. Do you know what I mean? So straight. Like, where's the ingenuity? Like, if some of our passes were 5-10 seconds earlier, we'd be snapping on these, not a problem.
The thing is, that's most frustrating is, like, you can't even do anything about that as a manager. You know what I mean? Like, Dyer just... That's just, I'm still, like, I can't, I know it's hard to believe, but I still have not gotten over how he actually made that mistake as a professional footballer. I can't believe it, David. I cannot believe he made that. That is the most shocking penalty I've ever seen given away. Really, we can get someone for 10 million that's probably better than our defense right now. That's a shocking.
Thiago Silva is going off injured here for Chelsea. Andreas Christensen will be coming on his place, so I assume it's we won't see too much of a change to the system there. But Werner is having a little chat with Thomas Tuchel. I assume he's saying run at Dyer and Davis again.
I get mad every time I see that, man.
I hate the Jorginho penalty. I really do.
And of course he scores it against us. Misses against every other fucking team. But with us, it's just perfect in the fucking edge of the box. So typical.
Please. Like, I came on being positive. You know, I tried to see the positive side of things. It's the same shit, man. Honestly. Like, the thing is, we're in a position now, lads, where it's kind of like, they're not playing for Jose, right? But what do you do? Well, who do you go and get that can actually come in and improve? Like, there's nobody out there.
I see people talk about Julian Nagelsmann, whatever you pronounce it. I would absolutely love to see him. I'd love to see him at Spurs. But can you honestly think he's going to say goodbye to RB Leipzig right now and come to this? There's no manager who's taken in world football who would say goodbye to their club and take over the sinking ship. And there are no available managers who are good enough. You know, Massimiliano Allegri, he's still free, but look, he's done it in the Serie A. It's going to take a lot more than that to come over and do it in the Premier League.
Oh, whatever.
And the only two managers who could do it was on the other side.
The game isn't over yet. We still got a second half. Come on, boys. Let's go.
I'm not even going to be delusional, though. Like, last week against Brighton, I was like that, Marcelo. I was like, it's not over. We can, we go. All we need is one chance. But honestly, where's it coming from? Honestly, where is it coming from right now? You know, like at the end of the day, even if we do get a chance and take it, you're going to need 2, 3, and 4 because this defense is shambolic. The midfield can't get on the ball and turn quick enough with it. Do you know what I mean? Where's it coming from?
Good ball by Dominic flicking it back.
Yeah, but it won't. Just goes nowhere because they just.
Like, we're literally incapable of playing out of Chelsea's press. They press us into one corner and we can't play out of it. What's the old lad saying?
He said, bring in Steve Staunton.
Oh, geez, that was dire times with him as Republic of Ireland manager.
What? How's that a foul? He's playing the ball. That's soft.
He bought it. Smart defending. Our defender wouldn't have went down. You know what I mean? He would have ran behind him holding one eye. That's what he would have done. You know, listen, smart defending.
Lads, I don't see where we go from here. I
agree with you.
If they can't turn up for this game, yet again Chelsea just comes in.
They're walking.
Yeah. Yet again, Chelsea just coming at our home and doing whatever they want to do with us.
Oh Lord, this is honestly shambolic. Like, this is a derby game, and we are watching our players walk around the pitch.
Rob here says, is Mourinho past his prime? If so, why did Spurs go for him? He's done a complete U-turn from how Poch played, which got you to second in the Champions League final. And to be honest, Rob, I think the reason we did go with Jose was because Poch got us to second in a Champions League final. We were one step away from it. And I think Daniel Levy thought, I don't care how they do it, we just want trophies at this football club. And look, he probably is past his prime. You know, I'm not going to sit here and say he's the best manager in the world right now, because he's not. Klopp is a better manager. Pep is a better manager. There are people out there who are winning trophies, just are better managers. But they're at clubs who they won't leave for us right now. And I think we did go for him because of how close we were under Pochettino. And Daniel Levy wanted that man to get us to the next level, and he thought it was Jose, but without money, it's not going to be Jose.
But let's be honest, lads, he has nowhere near the team Pochettino had. Nowhere near it.
No, not honestly, at all.
Nowhere near the team that Pochettino had to manage. Like, the players that Mourinho are dealing with that are having to start week in, week out, were actually fringe players nowhere near the squad under Pochettino. We have to take that into consideration. Like, it's gone to a point where no matter what manager you bring in, you're not going to do anything now about this until the summer. Honestly, that's the way it's gone. You're not going to do anything about this now until the summer. You need a good window next summer, and is that likely to come? Who knows? But all we can do is just try and get behind them and support them, because at the end of the day, it's not their fault as well. But like, one thing I did say is, like, if we seen our players not putting it in today, they're going to be absolutely berated. And so far from what I see, they deserve it. They've been absolute cowards. You know, Dyer makes one header and he's fist pumping Lloris. You know what I mean? You already gave away a pen to teeny weeny. Go, John. Honestly, if I was Jose, I wouldn't let him have dinner today. I'd say, no dinner for you, Dyer. You don't deserve it. And the result of that, you're going to be hungry, aren't you? And that's what I want you to be. Honestly, I'm sick of this shit. Go and eat shit, Eric. Honestly, pissing me off. That was a schoolboy error.
We have Liam saying, I know he wanted to be positive tonight, but to be really... Oh, how is that happening? A short corner, Mason Mount pulls it back to Hudson-Odoi, and one man goes to close it down. Hudson-Odoi takes a simple touch and plays it back to Mason Mount. He can put the ball across the face of goal. It is rookie defending. When you take a short corner, you send 2 defenders out. Every single time. Amateur stuff.
Yeah. Nah, look, they're just not playing for the badge. They're not playing for the club. They're not playing for Jose. It's clear to see. You know, every pass is just straight off a Chelsea player. They may as well be playing with a block there where you kick the ball and it just comes back to you with a wall, because that's exactly what's happening. Honestly.
Oh, Sonny, what is that?
You know, like,
that is a 15-yard pass.
You have 2 players on the outside there where you can create an overlap. And where do you pass it? You pass it straight to the Chelsea player. This is what I'm saying. This is why it's like when you're leaving on the state and you're kicking the ball off the wall, it comes back to you. Because this is exactly what's happening.
Celery Agent says he went to war with Chelsea a few years ago now. Look, and you know what? That game, the Battle of the Bridge, when we drew 2-2 at Stamford Bridge, threw away the 2-goal lead. Yes, it gave Leicester the title, but I look back at that game with pride. And with that, like, looking at people like Eric Dyer, Victor Wanyama, Moussa Dembele, who would do absolutely anything for that badge to get the win. And look, Dembele got himself a 12-game ban, and I'm sure he wouldn't have changed a thing. They went out and they fought for that badge to the very last second of that game. And yes, it was one of the most disappointing. Like for me, it was the first time one of our title races had come to an end. But I look back at that game and I love watching the highlights. And people bring that to Spurs fans as they go, "Oh, look at this today, Leicester won the league." I enjoy watching it. And if that's what those players are doing out there today, if we lost this game 10-0, but they fought for the badge, I don't think we can criticise them as much as we are right now. Because Aurier gets a header and a free kick and it's gone wide.
No, I fully agree with what you're saying, Matty. 100%. Like, at least with Stamford Bridge, when things weren't going well, they were grabbing a few players, Chelsea players, roughing them up. Do you know what I mean? They got stuck in. They fought for every ball. With this shit, where they're literally standing there, they're standing. They watch them pass it to another player, and then all they do is they don't even walk. They just shuffle. They just turn their body to make it look like they're facing the player. This is inexcusable and unforgivable. Honestly, this is 3 games on the trot we've seen this now. It's unforgivable. They're so lucky there's no fans at that stadium today. They are so lucky.
Do you think things would be like this if there were fans there, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last season, it was the same thing. Remember, we did Chelsea did a double for us, and our home performance was even worse.
Ben Davies straight back to the.
That's a foul. No. He's giving the free kick.
Yeah, there's no way we come back from this, lads. We're just so toothless. Nobody wants to put a shift. Only Sonny's really trying to put a shift, but.
But even then, though, like, he's been poor the last few games. He gave away that easy pass. 2 players there, and 3 players there. 2 Spurs, 1 Chelsea, and the only one he passes to is a Chelsea player. Even he needs to wake up a bit. I'm sorry, he does. I know he's crediting the bank lads, but he does need to wake up a bit. We can't sit here and just scapegoat him. He's a part of that 11 that's out there that's producing this shit.
Absolutely. I understand the whole idea of players having credit in the bank, But credit in the bank is for when you're reviewing a game and you're looking back at it. But the fact of the matter is now, Højbjerg hasn't been good enough, Son hasn't been good enough, and Dembele hasn't been good enough. So we give out about it during the match. But after the game, if we're picking someone to give out about it, it'll be Dyer and it'll be Davis because they do this all the time.
But the thing is like that's when you expect other players to step up. You know what I mean, Matty? Like I remember, I've watched Liverpool play many times, and I remember where games where Salah, Mane are not good, or you know what I mean. Van Dijk is even having a bad day, but they have other teammates to come in and step up and be brave and say, you know what, Mane, Salah, you can take the day off. You know what I mean? I'll help you. I'll make you better. And it's just when they're off, they have no one, man.
Yeah.
The old lad. Look, 3 seasons of selling our best and buying mediocre players, coupled with Levy and Mourinho, has caused the destruction of a very good team. Don't worry, Ndombele will dig us out. No, I don't expect him to dig us out today either. Again, look, another player, I'll be honest with you, for as much as we praise, and he has turned around the situation he was in at Tottenham. Again, the last 3 games he's done nothing either, and again he's been part of the 11 that's put in this. Do you know what I mean? So you can't really argue with that statement. And again, with the 3 years of selling players and buying mediocre, this is the result of it. Come
on, Sonny.
Let's
come on,
break.
Sonny.
Let's have some bit of danger.
Come on, Sonny.
You saying Sonny?
2 years ago, Son was leaving him for dead, and he did at Wembley. And now Son can't even run away from his Piliqueta.
To be fair, it was Jorginho.
Same thing. They're both aging slow players.
Yeah. No, I get you. But, I mean, to be fair, there was other players that were going to cover there, and Reece James was about to get back anyway, so he couldn't even outrun them. It's just that's the problem, though, Matty. You know what I mean? Like, he can't outrun, 5 players. You know what I mean? Like, we expect that. That's just too crazy, to expect him to do that.
Yes.
Go on, Bergwijn.
No,
Let's play the ball backwards. Let's always play the ball backwards. Why do we play forward? That cutting edge just is not there. That risky pass that is... Oh, what are you doing in Dembele?
Oh, my God. Oh, lads.
Jorginho has read that pass 20 minutes before it was played, and he still tries to play it.
Yeah, and Ndombele, look, what's he doing standing there? What are you doing, Ndombele? Oh, my God, he just gave the ball away, and he stands there, and then he's looking around like, do I go, do I not go? Man, just do something. Don't stand there. Just do something.
That goes... How many... Almost a year since we've beaten Chelsea in the league. 2 years.
I don't even know. It's been too long.
Oh, fucking. There we go, Dyer.
Oh boy, I better see a better reaction in the second half. But again,
I bet he's proud of that.
Usually our first half is our best half, so I don't see it coming. You know what I mean? Usually we do absolutely diddly squatting in the second half, and I can't see us doing any better today. If anything, the only thing that I can think of is that Jose gets in there, you know what I mean, takes the benches out, hangs a few of them on the pegs, slaps them around the face and wakes them up. It's the only thing, because they're not responding to any being nice. They're not responding to be criticised. So my last thing is just, you know, rough them up a little in that changing room and see how much they really want it. But then again, you know what I mean? Has Jose lost the dressing room? Is that the question now?
It is. It's the only question I can think of. Reece James cuts inside. Ben Davies puts it on the play for Mason Mount. Mount hits it. Dyer makes the block and all.
Come on, there we go. Fuck. Davies just getting spun again and again, man.
If that was in the back of the net, it was game over.
Yeah.
Like, holy fuck.
But the thing is, even the first 5 minutes after the first half, how many times have we conceded as well? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Look, it is half-time. Tottenham 0, Chelsea 1. Jorginho with the only goal of the game so far, converting a penalty after Eric Dyer hacked down Timo Werner in the box. As I think Liam hit the nail on the head there, well, that was the longest 45 minutes of my life. It's been toothless. It's been pathetic. There's been absolutely nothing from that team. Do we even have a shot at all? I don't think we do. I don't think we have a single shot.
Yeah, we had that earlier header. That was off target.
Let me have a look here at the stats. We'll get them up on the screen as well, if I can find them. We've had 2 shots, 1 on target. I could not tell you what the shot on target was.
Oh, it was a soft shot. Oh, yeah, from Sonny at the beginning.
No, that was Ndombele, wasn't it?
No, I think it was Sonny. It was Sonny.
Where Mendy caught it. Oh, maybe it was.
That was Sonny.
Oscar says Son had a shot on the edge. Actually, I don't even remember it. Oh, it could have been when our stream was down, guys.
Oh, yeah.
7 shots for Chelsea, 2 for us. Fouls 9-7, corner kicks 5-0 to Chelsea. Passing accuracy 78% passing accuracy. 78% passing accuracy. 93% for Chelsea. Duels won 28-24, not too much in that. 7-10 in terms of aerial duels won as well. We have more tackles, more clearances, but
they look so much better than us. You know, the stats are close enough, but they look so much better than us. What's going on?
I really don't know. This is a London derby. If you can't get your players motivated for a London derby, what are you doing?
Yeah, honestly, I agree. Like, you know, I have to go onto a channel next week and I have to try and defend this guy, Mourinho. I honestly considering cancelling, because, like, as much as we know, it's not Mourinho's fault, it's the players. But if the players aren't running around for him, how can I go on and defend it? You know what I mean? We're literally at a point where you're not going to sack Mourinho because A, Levy loves him and it's going to cost too much money. But then that's the detriment to this team right now. I know we've a lot of injuries, and, like, you know, you have Harry Kane to come back in, Reguilon to come back in, Dele Alli can come back in. But are we really going to see that much of a dramatic improvement? I don't think so.
Well, no, I mean, to be fair, if we had Kane, you know, that's a big improvement. But
well, what's the point of having Kane when you can't get the ball to him, Marcelo?
Yeah, no, listen.
You know, honestly, and if we don't pick this up, Kane's gone in the summer. And I let him go with all my best wishes.
I bless him. Oh, no.
Like, Kane, you honestly sit there and say,
"Oh, no, fuck
I'm going to write this out." I've with his ankles and that, he's probably 2-3 years, top class years left in him. Now, do you, as Harry Kane, do you sit there and do you say, like, yeah, I'm going to write this out, or do you be like, no, I'm out. I want a couple of trophies before I retire. I deserve it.
0.15.
Yeah, there's been no attacking threat from Spurs in that first half. Absolutely no attacking threat from any Spurs player there. Son has the chances to run forward and he's not been able. You know, Vinicius has had a few chances to make the key passes. So has Ndombele. Even Son himself on the ball has been absolutely terrible. Højbjerg in the middle of the park has been losing possession. Alderweireld has been dragging the entire defence out of position. I don't think I've seen Aurier in a defensive position once. Eric Dyer gave away the penalty. Ben Davies has been run ragged. There's not one player I haven't even mentioned Sissoko because I can't remember one thing he did in that half. The only player you can't criticize is Hugo Lloris. That's because the only shot on target was a penalty that ended up in the back of the net.
Oh, Matty,
it's been atrocious.
Honestly, I'm getting to the point where it's almost like last season. You know what I mean? After we lost, I think, what was it, to Norwich?
In the cup,
I kind of just said, you know what, I'm just gonna vibe and just gonna go through these matches and just take one by one and really just not like, oh, it's hard. This is hard, man. You know,
I've written this game off. The only thing I can say is I think we've West Brom Sunday. Hopefully we can enjoy that. I've written this game off already. Second half, Tottenham don't do second halves with this team. We just don't. Matty, are we doing a live watch long for that game?
Yeah, we are. I'm off work, so we might as well do it.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine we're going to enjoy it any bit. Look, I just want to say there are 240 people watching now, so please smash that like button if you are if you hate Spurs. No, smash the like button if you're enjoying the stream, if you want to see more of this, and hit that subscribe button as well if you are new. Let's see if we can get to 5,500 tonight. And head over to the Irish Hotspur. His link will be in the description below as well. But go ahead, David.
Yeah, I was just going to say, make sure you smash the. I was going to ask you first of all what the like situation is. Are we at 200? And second of all, I was going to say I'm 29 subs off 1,000. So if anyone out there wants to see me reach 1,000, please do get over and subscribe. I'd be greatly appreciated. And don't forget your super chats. Get your super chats in. Let us know what you think's gone wrong. Let us know what you think's gone wrong. Let us know how, if you have any ideas how we can get out of this situation. Let us know you're still optimistic for the second half, and also make sure you get that membership, get that Matty Hayes membership, because you can also come on for the game against West Brom on Sunday, and also let us know what you think is what the solution is.
Absolutely do. As I say, we have hit 200 likes, so thank you very much for that. Let's get to 250. You know, let's keep building again.
Yeah.
And get the super chats. You know what I mean? Get the super chats in there, guys. You know what I mean? It helps a lot, Matty, a lot. You know what I mean? Especially if you're a Spurs fan, you want to get the real news. You want to get all the info. You love these watch-alongs. It takes a lot of Matty time. It takes, a lot of our time. And we try to give our best effort. So, yeah, get the super chat. Support the channel. Yeah.
Try and be the biggest one at this moment in time, lads.
I wish I was a better promoter there, Matty, but
no.
I just don't have the energy right now, man. I'm so deflated from that penalty. I'm really deflated, Matty.
Stu Smith says, I have a solution, new owners. I don't think that'll be happening anytime soon, unfortunately. But lads, look, what can we do to turn this game around? On the bench, we've Lucas, we've Lamella, we've Bale, and we've someone else who I can't even think of at the moment. Is there anyone on that bench think can affect this game? Is there anyone on the pitch you think can turn this around?
No.
This may seem crazy, but for me, honestly, it's that type of game. You bring Lucas Moura on, you just let him dribble with the ball, see what he can do. It's the only way you can try and get back into the game, because the passing isn't working. There's no commitment. So, a lot of the balls are just going long out the back. If you can get Lucas dropping on the ball and trying to run the ball out from defence, it's the only solution I have right now, because even the bench doesn't fill me with confidence that we can change it.
We keep saying this, though, David, but it's like we say, oh, get Lucas on, he'll bring in the pace, but he just goes and runs into defenders. It's the same shit. You know what I mean? I'm trying to be positive. I'm trying to look at a way we can win this game, but honestly, I'm just tired. I'm just tired of just backing this team and just, just trying to give myself false hope. I'm just gonna say how it is. I don't think we have anyone on the bench to really change this game. I really don't. I'm just gonna start saying how it is. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be realistic, and I hope I'm wrong. But man, look, I keep seeing that penalty over and over again.
I was just about to say, Ben Davies probably has racked up the biggest, most single-handedly worst highlight reel I've seen in 45 minutes.
Yeah, I agree. And Rob says, get over to David's channel, get him to 1,000. Bruzzy says you're on 974 now, so 26 away. Get David to 1,000 subscribers. Let's see if we can get it by the end of the stream. Let's make that our goal. If we're not going to get 3 points, let's get David to 1K.
If anyone can do it, Matt Arnold can do it.
Absolutely. We have 222 people here now. If 26 you can go over and smash that subscribe button, it'll make David's day, it'll make his year, and it's fully deserved. And they're showing highlights here of this game, and Spurs, even in possession, we flood men forward. That's how we play this game. Sissoko deep, and Ndombele deep, Davis deep, and the ball is forced backwards. There's no one trying to get forward.
No running. It's just so embarrassing. I mean, like, it's getting to a point, Matty, and I don't know about you. I'm sorry, David. It's getting to a point where when we get possession, I'm not even getting excited anymore, and we were talking about we used to talk about, you know, a month ago, like how whenever we got the ball, we could have scored from any moment. Now it's just looking like we can't even get off our own box. Where's the pace? Sissoko's just looking completely off it.
But what I will say, lads, is honestly, if you're an attacker, right, and the first instinct is when you get the ball in space, you're turning, right, you're so slow on the ball, and you're just pointing for the ball to go backwards, why would you make a run in behind? Because what's the point? You're just wasting your own energy, because the midfielder's not even looking to pick out that pass. He's getting his ball and he's just playing it backwards. He's playing the safe ball. Everyone's playing safe. What you need now is someone to turn on that ball, look up, and then you'll get the runs. You'll get Sonny in behind. Like, it's a different story saying no one's running in behind. But the thing is, that comes from the midfield. Like, no one wants to get on the ball and turn on it. It's just give it into the midfielder. Midfielder gives it back to the centre back. It goes to Davies. Davies back to Lloris, and then it's pumped long. That's what we're doing. This is Burnley football at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. This is what this is right now.
This is embarrassing. Oh man, Maddie, and I'm gonna have to wake up 7 o'clock to watch that fucking West Brom game. Oh man, God. You know what I mean? If you think I'm in a bad mood now, wait until I'm watching Tottenham in the morning. This is I'm like, honestly, guys, if this keeps up, and you know what I mean, if we just goes out there and just spineless performance again, and we do it against West Brom, I'm honestly getting close to writing the season off like I did last season. Yeah, it's getting that bad. It really is. It's hard to defend this team, man. You want to get pumped. You know what I mean? I probably am saying this, but be realistic. I'm probably gonna be pumped next game. But you know what I mean? It's just, oh man, watching this hurts, man.
Matty, I have a question for you. What do you want to see from the second half, regardless win, lose, or draw? Is it fight? Is it something different tactically? Is it like, you know, at least show passing for the jersey? What do you want to see from the second half?
Honestly, it's almost just something, and I mean anything that we can sit here and say, oh well, at least he did that. I cannot think of one single positive from that first half. Not one single positive from that. And look, I say all I want is to say something positive, but I want some fight, some passion. I want to see players running. I want to see players getting forward, looking to get on the score sheet. I want to see players defending with like more than actual ability, but with looking as if they actually care. Like the amount of comments here coming in saying, you know, has Jose lost the dressing room? Why are these players playing for Jose? I don't think they are, and I think he has. And that's not anything we should be looking at this team and seeing. And I said it last week, if we lose to Chelsea and if we don't beat West Brom, Jose deserves to be sacked. Not he deserves to be sacked. I can imagine from a Daniel Levy point of view, maybe he does deserve to be sacked. And like, this isn't Tottenham Hotspur. This isn't a team that we were talking about 2 months ago being in a title race. This isn't a team that's going to make top 4. If this is how we're playing, I don't want to be in the Champions League. I don't want to go lose 8-0 to Bayern Munich. I don't want to lose 6-0 to Barcelona.
You don't want to be embarrassed. I agree.
Yeah, and look, just kind of want to give a shout out. First off, Ederson's telling me not to wake up at 7 o'clock. You know what I mean? Listen, man, I love this. You know, at the end of the day, win, lose, or draw, I'll always support it. But also a big shout out to Jonas. I saw in the chat. If I said his name right, he has to wake up at 4:30 to watch that, man. That honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. Honestly, I'll sleep in. If I had to wake up at 4:30, especially in the form we're in now, I would have slept in, guys. That's tough. That's tough.
That's dedication. That's the dedication we want to see from the players on the pitch.
Yeah,
that's what that is.
Yeah. Like, you know, like let's be honest about this, right, lads? The three of us are very opinionated. We all see things from different angles. We all tend to like agree on a lot of things. But lads, not one of us can sit here and have a solution, or not one of us can sit here and even say, yeah, if we do this, we'll improve in the second half. Or not one of us. Like, the thing is, the three of us are literally left here, like, just speechless at how poor it is. Like, honestly, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, even Sheffield United were giving it more than that, and they were down roasted at the bottom with 5 points not only a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I mean,
like,
honestly,
this is worse than that, lads. This brings me back to the Derby County team that I seen that time that went down with the lowest ever point tally. This is what this is reminding me of. It's that poor. Like for three of us with so many opinions to be sit here and just not have one iota how to improve the situation. Like,
it goes to show what Jose is working with.
Right now is just one big clusterfuck.
It just goes to show what Jose is also working with, David. You know what I mean? Like, I still don't blame Jose for any of this. You know what I mean? Like,
No.
how is he at fault for that Dyer penalty? You know what I mean, Maddie? It's like, yes, okay, it's a result business, but you and I, we go and watch the game week in and week out, right? We watch every game. We're in there, whether it's a cup game or FA Cup game. We watch every game, right? How many times have we seen just stupid mistakes like that? You know what I mean? Just brainless, careless mistakes. Like Jose can't do anything about it. You can't.
Yeah, there's only so much a manager can do.
Yeah.
So, like, there's no point in sacking him, guys. There's really no point. We have to get a new center back. Dyer cannot be Vertonghen's replacement. No way.
But the thing is, like, my whole point on it, right, is I'm always going to be Jose in until his last day at the club. Even beyond that, I'm still going to defend him because it's not the manager's fault. No matter what manager you bring in, you're going to see the same sort of stuff. You're just going to keep seeing it week in, week out, right? But also, you can't keep going on like this either, where nothing's being tried. You know what I mean? So eventually, it is going to cost Jose his job. Honestly, it will eventually cost Jose his job. You can't keep going on like this. But at the same time, it's not Jose's fault either. You're bringing another manager. They're not going to get any better. It's just not going to happen. We're just going to have to ride this out to the end of the season.
Boys. Look, listen, we still got another half. I'd never give up on the team. I never give up on the team. Come on. Let's do something the second half. Let's do some fight. That's all I want. You know what I mean? If we go out there and we hit the target, 4 or 5 times, Maddie, and we're creating some chances and we're looking brave, you know what I mean? We're looking for forward passes. So soft. Bergwijn just losing the ball so easily, man. You know what I mean? You look at Chelsea when they run up. It's like almost we can't get the ball off them. You look at us. This is like FIFA. You know what I mean, Maddie? You ever play against AIs or sometimes a game in FIFA where it's just the ball is glued to the AI's feet and you're tackling them 50 times and you're can I get the ball off this guy? And then the AI just touches you once and it's they take the ball from you. It's just
it's been an ultimate with the sliders all missed.
This is FIFA, man. It's too easy. We can't keep the ball. We just give it. There's no intention to keep it. It's embarrassing, man.
It is. It's the only one first.
Come on. Oh, please. Do something. Cross it, Davies. Don't.
And 2 yards is right. What's that going to achieve?
It's all right. It's all right. Calm down. We still got another. We got full half.
Into the box. Alonso
corner.
The first corner of the game.
Corner.
It says Tottenham take too long. They lose the ball and give it away. Nail on the head there.
Yeah, there's perfectly. There's no killer pass, no staying. You know what I mean? No quick thinking. You know what I mean?
At least when you try and get a ball in the box, you can get corners like this and try and get something. Even though I have no faith in Tottenham from set pieces whatsoever, I haven't for the last 3-4 years, right?
Yeah.
But at least it's positive. Do you know what I mean? At least do something. Don't just,
it's something.
At least try and get the ball into the box and go for a goal.
Come on, Vinny.
2 yards.
Come on, Vinny. Come on, Vinny.
Yeah, see, no faith in the corner kicks. Ball down, ball into the box. Why the big men are up, son? No. All the centre backs are up there. Get the ball in.
Useless.
We get that. Oh, Lord.
I don't know why we still care. They clearly don't.
Well, do you know what? I agree with you. I completely agree with you. They don't care. But one thing I will always do, I will still care because at the end of the day, I love this. We love this club. We have this club.
Come on, please. Do something. Just please. Just the wrong miss pass. Oh, lads. It's a Sissoko again.
We've just seen a £30 million player fail to play a 2-yard pass. Don't foul him, son. He hasn't fouled him. No, he has fouled him.
Wait until VAR. No, ref. You could have waited for VAR. You could have let him play it. Yeah.
Probably the right decision in the end. But...
No, let's see. No, that's a foul. That's a foul. That's a foul, dude. It's a foul.
Debatable.
That's a foul every day.
No, honestly, I don't even trust the referees' decisions anymore. This is how football's gone for me the last few weeks. So I'm going to make my own calls because the referees aren't capable.
Yeah, no, to be fair, that is true. But, I mean, if I'm being honest, listen, we're intercepting the ball a lot more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, oh, nice turn. Oh,
and give me, he's perfect. He's standing there waiting for the pass. He's standing there looking at him. Give me the ball. That's
open.
And again, he doesn't want to pass to anybody because he knows the rest of shit.
Yeah, he has a point. Give it, move it. Ref, get out of the way.
Referee, get the...
Yeah, that's a free.
This ref is against us.
Free kick.
Cross.
Useless.
Oh,
Son has been terrible tonight. Son has been terrible.
Yeah, absolutely useless tonight.
And I don't want people on Twitter saying, oh, yeah, well, he scored 2 goals 4 months ago. He's been terrible tonight, and that's all that matters. We're missing our main scorer, our main assister. He's the man who needs to take this game by the scruff of the neck. And I don't think he's made a single successful pass. Now when Damble's hurt his ankle again.
Do you know what stopped Son from going on to be one of the greatest is I don't think he has it mentally. Honestly, looking at tonight's performance, like you said, we've no Harry Kane. This is the time for him to step up and put his name in a world-class bracket, to drive Tottenham forward in the front area and chip in. Do you know what I mean? And all he's done, let's be honest, all he's done tonight is give the ball away.
We're pressing the ball pretty well, lads.
I was about to say, we're pressing the ball really high up the pitch now. We're playing a very high line. We're actually keeping
we have to. We have to. I'd rather us go and try to win than just sit back and do what we did in the first half. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's very poor from Oliver Ireland.
Yeah, but listen, look, you got to lay one on them, so I'm happy.
Yeah, it's true.
Give them a little. I told you, David. You know what I mean? You lay one on an attacker, it will. It'll get them thinking.
Tactic, that's straight out of the right Keane handbook.
Yeah, that's what I used to do when I was a little kid. You know what I mean? Just give them a little elbow, little dark arts, a little shen.
I'll be honest. I used to be the one diving.
Really?
I was goalkeeper. I had to.
Yeah. Okay. I thought you meant a different type of diving.
Oh no! I did mean that. Like as a goalkeeper, if someone even looks at you, you fall to the ground, you get a free kick.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, well, no, listen, Matty, I've dived a ton of times. You know what I mean? People touch me, I'm going down, baby.
Interesting comment.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe I worded that wrong. That's probably going to get
I remember, lads, I used to have absolutely no respect for goalkeepers. Then there was one day there was a ball floating in the box, right? And I ran on and got the header. And the keeper knew I was beating him in the air. But one thing he did do is smash me straight in the face. And ever since then, I learned, you respect a goalkeeper. Like
every goalkeeper is crazy, and I say that as a goalkeeper.
They're a different breed.
Oh, I loved Oliver Kahn. You know what I mean? I used to just go,
what a man!
All screaming and yelling.
We're pressing really high. Chelsea haven't gotten out of their own half yet in this half.
No,
we're 6.
Why not do that in the first half?
Yeah, but
look, at least we've seen an improvement. We are, as Mr. K said, he missed the first half, but at least he can see some effort now.
This is a little bit better. This is a little bit of effort, but we're still missing that final pass. We're so toothless. It's incredible. I mean, I've never seen Spurs this toothless. Even when we had that whole injury crisis, I've never seen us this toothless. It's like we can't even score.
That's it. That's the saying.
Come on, Stevie. You gotta put on the pace. Come on. Give him the pace. There we go. Keep pressing. Keep pressing.
Make them go long.
Yeah, there we go.
That's
no foul. That's not a foul. That's not a foul. What? Oh my god. Oh my god. That's not a foul.
That's shocking.
The referee's got to. I think you let that play on, right, Matty? Wait until VAR. That's not a foul.
That wasn't a goal scoring opportunity. I don't think it's.
No. Look. That was a goal scoring opportunity. Look.
I don't know. I don't know the rules anymore. I don't know the rules.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, no. Honestly, I'm right there with you, Matty. I don't know what's a handball anymore. I don't know what's a foul anymore. I don't even know what's an offside anymore. It's the thing is, right? I don't blame VAR. I blame the rules and I blame the officials because they're obviously.
Would you close that down, Bergwijn? Mendy takes a massive touch in the middle of his box, ball's 5 yards in front of Bergwijn, and he stands there and watches the keeper run out to it.
And the thing is, if Bergwijn runs to that, right, the keeper's just absolutely swiping on that, and he could have committed a foul and got a red card there. You know what I mean? Penalty as well.
That is pathetic. That is pathetic.
Nah, this is
Pathetic.
easy.
Oh, this is too easy. Just letting him shoot. Nobody closing him down. Oh man, Hudson Odoi.
I can't believe that from Bergwijn. That was a goal if he closed that down. He closes that down, Mendy panics, reverts back into his own goal, and it's a 1-on-1.
Yeah.
I mean, and he's given away penalties before. He's given away
he comes
penalties
out and
before.
absolutely pulls on Bergwijn. There is only two options there.
Yeah. He's given away penalties before. Remember, with Everton, Matty. Listen, boys. Listen, I think we're looking positive the second.
Yeah.
I think we're waking up. I'm looking. I'm actually. I don't want to say it because every time we say it, then we just go back to being shit. But hopefully we can get a 1-1. You know what I mean? Hopefully. I'll be happy with the 1-1. Look, listen. Any positive result here.
At this point.
Yeah.
Right,
any positive result. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I would honestly.
Come on, pass it. Pass! Don't pass it to Højbjerg! Oh my God! Sissoko has been awful. Sissoko has been awful today. Come on.
You see Thomas Tuchel telling his Chelsea players to get out.
I gotta calm down, Matty. Sissoko's been killing me, man. Oh,
he's been his positioning again. What's he doing there?
Been very poor.
Drop in and give the option to Ndombele.
Come on.
Honestly, how poor Sissoko's been the last couple of games as well. We need to find a different option.
Just pass forward, pass back. Oh man, Jesus
Christ!
Ref. That's a foul.
He's lucky.
Yeah, there we go. He gives it. I think he gave it. Yeah, he gave it.
Yeah, Teamy Weenie.
To give it.
That's a high boot. Oh, that's a yellow card. No, obviously.
Should
high
be.
boot. Yeah, that's a high boot. But then again, it's like Matty. Where are the rules? You know what I mean? High boot, yellow card. Simple, right?
One thing Matty's definitely on is he's definitely on to the VAR situation. I've seen the full view videos up now over the last couple of
it.
I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
Those decisions. And they've overturned Bednarek's red card, which is the right decision. If in the age of VAR, the FA are still having to rescind red cards, the officials aren't good enough. That's as simple
what
as that.
Poor touch, man.
He needs to be.
Someone close him down.
He needs to back into him.
Oh my God.
Vinicius needs to back into him there and control the ball and get us up the field, hold it up. Lord.
God. But Sissoko positioning yet again, nowhere. No man's land. You know what I mean? No man's land. That's where he's getting stuck.
I hate to say it, but bring on Harry Winks for Sissoko.
Yeah, no, I think we need to. I can't believe I'm saying it, but he's been that poor.
Dyer's injured.
Nah, he's not injured. He's fine. He's just playing up. I'm telling you.
You're just giving us hope.
Being honest, I would have actually much rather the Amazon cameras being in and around the squad this year than last year.
Yeah.
At least then we could get a watch and see what's going on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now this is shocking. You know what I mean?
But this is the time when you want the cameras because you want the behind the scenes access to see who cares, who doesn't. You know.
I feel bad for Mourinho. I really do. I feel bad for Mourinho right now.
Like we have been better in the second half, but again, lads, it's
no
the final ball.
No chance. Oh man, well, who's there to close him down? He has acres of space.
He bet two players will step over.
Look at that! Come on! There we go. Oh, but it's just back right to them.
Let's put down in the live chat if you think there's any player on the bench that can affect this game for Spurs. Let's get some opinions here. What player on the bench would you bring on now to change this game, and who would you take off as well? Because there's certainly quite a few candidates for that one. David, you were saying Winks for Sissoko for you, Marcelo. What would you make?
I don't know. Just bring on anybody at this point. Just bring on Luka. Bring on Bale. Screw it. Bring on Bale. We need a goal.
Yeah. Well. At the same time, I'm not messing, lads. But what did he do against Brighton? He got an opportunity. What did he do? This is what we keep talking about. We can keep saying Bale's. We can keep sitting here pretending Bale's going to be the great savior and the great hope. He's just not.
I'll say this: Chelsea hasn't created anything the second half. They're looking shaky. We just need. We can honestly, we can turn this game around, lads. We can turn this game around, lads. We just need to do something right now. Someone needs to just say fuck it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like just say fuck it. Just go.
If we get a goal before 78 minutes, we can go on and win this.
We can. Chelsea are looking shaky, man. Come on, press them.
Press, yeah, get in, nice and tight.
Oh, Sissoko just getting turned.
He's on Chelsea. It's going to be a goal. What has
someone watched that one? Had someone die?
Timo Werner.
No, not Teamy Weenie.
Oh, thank God.
He is so bad.
He is so bad.
Incredible defending by Aurier.
So bad. Oh my God. Thank God, Timo Werner.
Look at Sissoko giving up. And he's the man who's been turned in the middle of the park, and he's walking backwards.
Listen, Sissoko's take him off, please.
What a tackle! What a tackle! That's the effort you want to see.
Honestly, he's been good this game. I'll say that. Aurier's been good this game.
Yeah. Oh, lad.
I would take Sissoko off immediately at this point right now. He's looking finished. He 100%. Is looking absolutely finished. This is the second time he doesn't track back. And it's so weird because it's not Sissoko-like.
No, it's not. That's the thing. That's what, like, how many times have we praised him for his off the ball work? Tonight's been the complete opposite. He's seen so much of the ball, he's been useless. And then now he's off the ball work, he's just done nothing. For me, honestly, as much as I slate Harry Winks, this is the time I want to see his passion, his commitment, how much he loves Tottenham. Bring him on, let's see what he can do.
Actually, I'm okay with Lucas going in the midfield. I always say I think Lucas is better when he plays, directly instead of like in the wing.
Being honest, I take off. Well, here we are. Being honest, I take off Bergwijn as well. I think he's done absolutely nothing as well. I take him up and I bring on Lamela. At least the thing was with Lamela, I know he holds onto the ball a lot, but at least he tries something.
Yeah, we need to do something. We need to do something at this point.
That's shocking. How many players out there?
I think Ben Davies is actually playing him on a little bit. I don't know, Matty. I think that
we all know Ben Davies can't comprehend what a line is. We all know this.
Come on, David.
If that had gone in, we would have seen
it in circles.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. To be positive, this is a better second half for us. This has been. Yeah. I can't complain. This is what I was asking. But where was it in the first half? It's like David said. Where was this in the first half? And I asked for an effort for 90 minutes. And come on, lads.
If they put the effort in the first half, you wouldn't be in this situation right now.
Just gotta draw. Come on, lads.
Their game management has just been.
Thank God. That's horrible. That's shocking.
That's god awful.
Yeah, that's awful. But the thing is, I'll say this about Chelsea: they have Giroud, they have Abraham, they have some choices in the bench to go in.
Is Havertz on the bench? Ziyech.
Yeah, Havertz.
Kante as well. If they need to show up to middle of the park.
Jesus Christ!
Even Ben Chilwell can't get into their team.
Oh, that's.
It's Pulisic. Imagine he comes.
Yeah. And Pulisic. Oh my God, Jesus Christ!
Oh, football, lads say.
Yeah. What can we do?
And we're debating Harry Winks or Lucas Moura. Imagine that.
I love you, David.
It's free.
No, it is.
Oh, that's a free. Yeah.
Yellow. Okay. Kick the ball away. Book him. It's the most simple rule in the game.
Oh Lord.
No, what?
Oh, Lord. They better let us retake that.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
What is Sonny doing though?
And why are they showing the penalty again? We know they scored. Actually,
it's the only highlight. Honestly,
if Mourinho gets sacked, it's because of BT and Sky and what they keep doing to him by showing this penalty 20 times.
What is that?
Imagine if Frank Lampard was
around. That is so wasteful.
Yeah.
Come on, press.
Come on, get after it. Go on.
But look at them. Look how they keep themselves
ridiculous, Højbjerg. Why?
He already gave away the pass. Why did he make the challenge? And all you're doing is letting them roll around and eat the clock down. You know what I mean?
Nah, he's just trying to leave one on Jorginho.
There's no need there. We already gave the pass away. We already
gave the ball away.
Look, I love that from Højbjerg though. You know what I mean?
I'm all for it, but in the right times.
Yeah, but you could tell he's frustrated. He's having a poor game.
That's the last thing we need him to. And 5 bookings. Is he now suspended for our next game, or has it gone past the threshold?
Yeah.
No. Oh my God! Please, someone. Look at that. Did you see that? Kovacic literally just loses the ball. Look
at the space out on the left-hand side. Oh my God,
Oh
we're
my
tackling
God.
each other.
This
Get rid of
the ball!
Sissoko
Oh
just absolutely. Did you see that? Kovacic literally mistouches the ball, gives loads of space for the press. Oh my God.
Pulisic is getting warmed up and ready to come on for them.
Oh, now this is turning shocking, lads. Oh my God.
Killing it.
There we go. Come on. Please, we need a substitution at this point. We need something now.
Jose
We need
James,
anything. Yeah, Lucas in the middle or Wanks got to take Sissoko off and Bergwijn, in my opinion. Both have been Bergwijn and Sissoko just not doing anything, man. No intensity. It's like they're walking there.
On the bright side, lads, I get to finish The Office tonight. It's a great show. Fancy talking
Yeah.
about anything other than the game.
Or the American version.
The American version. I never got into the UK version. I don't know why.
I like the American version more. I love
it's so
Ferrell.
funny.
Yeah.
I would have 5 episodes left.
Have you never seen it before, Matty?
I never watched it before. I don't know why.
Wow,
I just never.
okay.
Yeah, I think because I watched the UK version and I thought, the US version is probably the same. And I started watching it kind of like as white noise in the background when I was going to sleep, and then it kept me up because it was so good. So I just binge watched it there for the last 3-4 weeks.
Lads, if
Really
you want a
good show.
good program to watch, have you ever watched Ted Lasso?
No, I haven't.
Yeah. I
hear
love
it's
Ted
good.
Lasso.
Honestly, it's brilliant. It's about football club, Matty. It's brilliant.
Oh. Immediately has my attention.
Wait, there's draws. My job just came a whole lot easier.
Yeah. No, lads, it's brilliant.
Have we got a
Honestly,
cam now to Jose
everyone in the
Mourinho's
comment
dugout?
section-
Is that? That's definitely what Jose is saying now. Oh, Dyer, what have you done? Oh,
Oh,
this
what
is
have
on
you
the
done?
back of the net. Dyer has nearly lobbed Hugo Lloris. For those who aren't watching the game, from about 25 yards out, Dyer has nearly lobbed Hugo Lloris. I don't know how Lloris managed to get rid of that. He did well. But Dyer had... Oh, my God. It's remember 2 seasons ago, Kieran Trippier, the own goal Kieran Trippier scored against Chelsea. This would have been 50 times worse.
Yeah. Oh man, we're just holding on to the ball far too long. It's literally getting to the point where we're getting caught on the ball around our own box because we're just taking all day on it. This is men against boys out here.
Excuse me, to Reece James.
Just can't see the ball.
And it goes.
The ball in.
Lloris, unreal goalkeeping by Hugo Lloris there. Is that
amazing.
Pulisic?
Oh my God! Like, can we get the ball back?
Did Chelsea make a sub that I missed?
Yeah, they brought off Callum Hudson-Odoi and brought on Pulisic.
Yeah, my bad. I didn't even know.
I missed
you
that.
that. But like, look
Lloris
at
did
this.
very well there.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah,
but like,
that's
what
great.
I'm trying to say is, every time we like, there's nobody there fighting for a second ball, Matty.
Yeah, look at this from Dyer.
Oh,
What is he doing?
God.
And he stopped when he played the ball. He stopped. Was like, yeah, Hugo, you deal with that there.
Oh.
Why is he even getting that ball off the ground?
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, we need center backs, boys.
Even Mourinho. Look at
Jose.
Mourinho.
Jose cannot believe it.
His reaction's better than ours, and he's the manager.
Oh man.
Can't wait
Please,
for the Jose
guys,
Cam
can
for
we
this
just
game.
string a pass here? Davies. Oh, and then there we go. Backwards, sideways. Backwards, sideways.
Who's looking for it all day?
Backwards,
Stay on the ball all
sideways.
day, man.
Backwards,
That's what I
sideways.
run out of it.
That's
what you
actually
want to
pretty
see.
good from
Well done,
Dyer.
Dyer.
I'm not even.
Lamella and Lucas both about to come on as Bergwijn bursts forward.
Please, Stevie.
Bergwijn into
Bring
the
him
area,
down.
pulls it back.
Oh, there's nobody in the fucking middle.
Take him off.
Christopher,
Take
that
him
one.
off.
He probably will come off. As I said, Lamella and Lucas both togged out, ready to come on to the sideline now. Who do
take
you
it down
think
to
will
the
come after?
control.
Hold on,
Me.
I think Matty has news. I'm sorry, Matty. You kind of said it on their counter attack.
Well, Lamella and Lucas are both coming on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I just saw the counter from Bergwijn.
Yeah, no, I got excited with that as well.
Oh, that was actually pretty
being
close.
honest, I think you might see Vinicius come off. Honestly, what has he done? He hasn't took his chance. He's off with nothing.
He's not had much.
He
He's not
hasn't
had
had
much
the
supply,
ball, Matty.
No, but the thing is, as well, like,
hasn't the ball.
but the thing is, when we have had the ball, he hasn't shown for an option either, lads.
Oh,
Here's
man.
Kovacic breaking
Look at
forward.
Sissoko. Look at Sissoko.
Kovacic hits it just wide.
So lame. Just so. Where's nobody closing him down? It's so
Could be a
easy.
penalty here, lads.
Yeah, we could have a penalty here. That looked like a penalty.
No way.
He
No
took him
chance.
out after he shot.
Yeah.
No. They can't
Look
get
at that. Look at that from Sissoko.
Get Sissoko off the
he
football
has
pitch.
to, man.
Get Sissoko off the football pitch right now.
Oh no, that's never a penalty. Never
I've been
a penalty.
such a backer and supporter of Sissoko, and he's out of the team the last couple of weeks. But get him off this football pitch. He does not care. He's not running. The one thing you want from a footballer is to run. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Lamela on for Ndombele and Lucas on for Bergwijn.
Wait, what? Ndombele?
In fairness, how many times has he had the ball? He's hold on to it. He hasn't released it.
Yeah, he hasn't been good enough.
But I mean, he's been our best midfielder.
Go on, Lucas.
You know?
That's a free. That's a free.
Bar hasn't been set really high there in terms of midfielders.
What? Where's the
He hasn't touched him. He has not touched him.
Oh my god.
Oh.
The referee is committing crime right in front of my eyes, and no one's even going to investigate this. Like the first one on Lucas was a free, and then we go and tackle the Chelsea player with the exact same tackle. No, we'll give Chelsea the free.
Didn't even make contact. Kovacic slipped.
The fraud squad is out. I'm creating a thing called Fraud Squad, and I'm naming and shaming refs.
Oh, come on. Come on, lads. Davies, pass it. Pass it. Don't kill the ball. Oh, you hold the ball and you pass it back. Perfect. Amazing. Now it's sideways. Sideways.
In the middle, quick, first time.
Middle. Side, backwards.
Look at Sissoko on all the space.
Space. And then just give it to Chelsea. Perfect.
That's
Yeah,
a control.
that's
actually ours.
Okay, okay. Yeah, put that ball down, Marcus, you little fraud. You know exactly it's ours. Jesus, this winds me up.
He's walking.
Oh, Lord, we just get
If you blow your whistle, I
That's
swear
never
to
a
God.
foul.
Play on. Yeah,
Come on.
Someone make a run. There's two inside. Give it, anyone.
Come on.
Let it go. Oh
Come
my
on.
God.
Let it go. Oh my God. Sonny? Oh my God. Can we get a shot on target, please? Can we get a chance?
Only Eric Lamela could have us out here singing songs from Frozen, just screaming "Let it go" on repeat.
Let it go. Let it go.
Just give him AirPods next time he's on the pitch.
Oh my Lord. Oh my God. That was a simple 5-yard pass. Honestly, that was a 5-yard pass. That was a 5-yard pass.
Don't follow him. Don't follow him. Don't follow him.
He's on a yellow.
Come on, lads. Yeah, I said don't. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't follow him. Oh,
yeah, get up, you cheating little scumbag.
Come on, guys. Where's the intensity? Fucking, let's go.
Yeah, where's the intensity? They're walking forward.
Run! Oh my God, Maddie. I know you told me to calm down, but this is irritating me now. Oh, we're just walking
This
here.
is walking football. This is walking
We're
football.
just walking here. We're walking, and while we're in the counter, Maddie. What?
I'm a 1-0 down. Most importantly.
Oh man, people. I'm sorry,
outside.
people. Come on,
Vinicius, get yourself in a position to get on the end of this.
Oh my God, that's a corner.
Corner.
Yeah, there we go. Come on. Get behind this, Vinny.
Eric Dyer, please. If there's any time to make up for your parenting mistake now, it's by getting your fat mallet head on the end of this.
Corner taken quickly. Lamela crosses it in, and it's cleared. Of course, it's cleared. Not like Spurs are going to score. Spurs don't score goals. What are we talking about?
When was the last time we scored a goal, man?
Highbury against Liverpool. Last time we scored a goal that was in any way well worked, or actually down to team effort. God, could be 2018 maybe?
Man, honestly, these Chelsea players need to start getting more yellows because they wouldn't be committing the fouls the way they are at this minute.
I mean, he's been happily giving us yellows, but none for them. But yeah.
N'Golo Kante coming on.
Yeah, this game over now. He's just going to clean up.
Oh, Mr. Circus asking me if I rate Pulisic. Are you kidding me? Of course I rate Pulisic. So should you. It's a baller.
For the breaking ball? It's always a blue shirt.
Come on,
How's that foul?
That's a good fucking
I can't take this.
And now he's gonna lay in the floor for like fucking 30 hours. Oh shit. Fuck. Oh,
He's kicked the ball away from him.
Literally.
And Kovacic goes down and screams. He's like, yeah, it has to be a foul. He screams.
Oh my God.
This ref is shocking. Shocking.
Liam says if we're going to play at this pace, we should bring in Glenn Hoddle with the English quota too.
Oh my God. Okay. Oh, I thought I was watching. I thought that was a replay. I didn't know that was a replay. Jesus.
I need to call toilet, lads. Be back 1 second.
I need to cry.
No, don't cry. Don't cry. We're not that type of club. You're all right. You'll be all right. We've been through worse.
Doesn't feel like it.
Yeah, no, look, listen. I see some bad moments, under Tim Sherwood and AVB, but I mean,
Yeah.
at least we had some teamwork. At least, there was some fight in there.
At least we didn't have to go through the 90s.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, even then they won trophies, I think we won 2 trophies in the 90s, you know what I mean? One of them was an FA Cup. Oh my god, that's the worst touch I've ever seen.
Don't foul him. Why have you fouled him?
That is the worst touch.
Simple stuff.
Simple first touch, and Aurier somehow screwed that up. It's unbelievable. And look at this. Nobody tracking Warner, their striker. Goal? Okay. Oh, yeah.
Reece James, blocked by Dyer. He's offside. Pulisic is offside.
He's offside. Okay. Not gonna... Oh, man. Come on, lads. Just get this 1-1, maybe. We haven't even... The thing is, we say we've looked positive.
How has the linesman not seen that? Timo Werner is about 5 yards offside, and the linesman can't see that.
Yeah, but VAR, you know what I mean? They can't... I don't think they can raise the flag early.
If they're unsure, they don't raise the flag. Otherwise, if they're absolutely sure it's offside, they put up their flag.
I don't even know what the rules is, Matty, anymore.
This referee hasn't given them any yellow cards for their cynical fouls.
No
they
foul,
don't know either, Marcelo.
no
That's the biggest problem.
Yeah, that's... I don't even know at this point.
I mean, to be honest, I couldn't care less if I don't know about the rules, as long as the referees do, and they clearly don't.
Yeah. Maybe your man...
Come on!
Don't say that, David. Things are never bad enough to say Ty from AFTV had a point.
Well, when it comes to referees, he's not too far wrong.
Oh my god, this is so easy.
Oh
my god, what a
great
save
by Hugo. Lampard's little fanboy. Delighted he didn't score.
This is shocking. That's
they
the
just
first
carved us open. Look at 5 lads there. Look, and they just pass.
Oh my god. Just died. Done.
Alderweireld has been pathetic today. He's been a joke.
Yeah, everybody's been pathetic, really. I can't say one. Even Højbjerg has looked pathetic today.
Yeah.
I can't say one player that's looked good today.
Yeah. You're sure you've seen it straight from the off, lads. How nervous were we for the first 15, 20 minutes? The signs were right there from the very start of the game.
And you pass back. Yeah, that's true.
Vinicius needs to move the ball faster.
Come on! Everybody needs to move the ball faster.
The guy has done absolutely nothing today.
Cross it!
Useless!
Oh my god, that's shit, Davies!
Honestly, lads, as much as people say play Vinicius, he's off.
Oh my god! Did Dyer really not catch up to that ball?
First of all, Højbjerg's lumping it up in the air, going 20 yards backwards. What's he doing?
Oh,
and what are those training pants? God.
Oh, this is shocking.
Everything gets you when things start to go bad.
Yeah. You start hating the training pants, you start hating everything.
To be fair, they're pretty bad. Liam says, anyone hear Harry Redknapp's comments on transfer deadline day? Can't we bring him back? I think on Dele Alli, he hit the nail on the head. And Gareth Bale, I think he was just getting a bit ahead of himself.
Yeah.
And the day we're calling for Harry Redknapp to come back just shows where we are. Why is he stopped the game? Why is his flag up? He's holding the flag the wrong way, you know.
He couldn't even do that the last for Tino Weenies. Do you know what I mean? And he was running through.
Rudiger's kicked out at Lamela.
That's a sending off. Send him off. Where's the VAR looking at that? Red card. No, some got sent off for the same thing against Chelsea. Don't forget that. That should be a red card.
Stop it, David. Now you just...
No, some got sent off against Chelsea for the exact same thing.
Please, someone do something. Come on. Can we get a shot? Can we get... have we had a meaningful chance? Like, a real chance that made us go, oh, that was close?
What's a chance?
This is...
I've never heard of one of those.
Oh, my Lord.
What the fuck is that?
Fuck.
This is shocking. Oh, this form has to end. Come on! Please! So cool. I'm going to go insane. I'm gonna go insane. I'm going to go insane. I'm gonna go insane. I'm gonna go insane. I lost my head. I can't watch this anymore. Oh, this is so tough.
When you see Toby Alderweireld standing there and just ballooning a ball off a Chelsea player when he's last man.
Come on,
please.
Oh my God! And we just slowed down the ball.
No, come on, Coco. Have one.
Oh, nice. At least we tested him. That's the first good chance we've had. Only shot on target.
That's it. That's it, Coco. That's what you want from him.
It's a decent effort. Lamela picks the ball up about 40 yards out and he drives forward, cuts inside onto his left foot, but 25 yards out, curls it towards that bottom corner. But
that's a good shot.
Yeah, there's no power in that. It's a good effort, but it's never going to beat Mendy from there. But it's more than we've shown in the first 77 minutes of the game.
Come on.
Why are you putting your elbow up there?
Never any attempt at winning that. Like, that was a bad
Coco,
ball.
Please. Oh, man. Sissoko's been horrendous.
Like, look at Vinicius, right? He's not even altering his position to even try and get in a position where they can even hit him. Look at him. He's just standing there.
Oh, my God. Yeah, no, listen, Jose, I hate to say it, but we need to play Winks.
Højbjerg, what are you doing?
Yes,
Come on. Come on.
On your bike, son.
Come on.
On your bike. What are you doing? You go on your bike.
Better. No. That's a little bit better. That was a little bit better.
No, he pace all day long.
No, he doesn't have pace anymore. He's done. Oh, come on, boys. Try to get a 1-1. Come on.
Who's looking for this?
Stats, by the way. BT saying we've had 2 shots, 2 on target, but Aurier put one off target. Lamela in the area.
Yeah. Oh, Lord. You couldn't even get a corner from that.
Honestly, I'm not even going to lie. I think we need to start Lamela.
I think we need to get
something. Yes, that's a great tackle.
Come on, cross it.
Get back into their
Where's Vinicius? Who's Vinicius with this? Oh, my Lord.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
I honestly heard people praising his end product at the start of this season. Honestly. Do you know what I mean? Oh, someone send the guy to play handball because he can definitely not play football.
Oh, that's good from Lucas. That's a foul, ref. That's a yellow. Yeah. That has to be yellow. Has to be.
It's not going to be a. Oh, it is a yellow. The referee knows how to book a Chelsea player. God.
Wait,
mark your calendars, lads. This is a magical day.
Oh my God, that's a terrible foul too.
The stats are wrong, Liam. The stats are wrong. We've had 3 shots.
Yeah, nothing's gonna end up on this. Might as well just pass it around.
You know, they're gonna make all these stupid ones. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Just
flat ball. Flat ball. That's all it was. Literally, you know you've run out of ideas when the only thing you can do is just float one in and hope for the best.
It's the thing is, right? It's like you said, David. Every time we go and play, it's almost like we're reactive and not proactive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 100%. Oh my God. Oh my God. Aurier just losing a simple ball.
3 players. He just took out 3 players there.
Oh.
Because I stopped coding, Liam.
And we lose to Chelsea.
Oh my God.
Look at that from Davies.
We lost to Chelsea the second Dyer gave away that penalty, Marcelo. Nothing since.
It's a stupid penalty to give away. It's like you know, like I understand. Like the thing is, right? I understand defenders making mistakes. You know what I mean? I remember Jan making mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. You know what I mean? But like when it's week in and week out, you're just like, I just had enough with them. I really do. I'm so sick of this. You know what I mean? I know, like I want to stick to the game, but we have to get a new center back. There's no way we can think that this is okay. No way at all. I don't know if you agree, Matty.
I do.
Have to in this summer. I don't care. Honestly, I don't even care about a midfielder. I don't care about a right winger. We need a center back immediately.
Yeah. Look, just
honestly, as well, we've sat here and praised how good we looked in the second half. It's only because Chelsea have been poor this half. Let's be honest. That's the only reason why we've looked better. It's not because
the goal.
like you know, you see our defending there. Like they're getting on the ball. They're taking out 3 players.
Smiling.
Move, you know?
Coming to our home, just taking a shit all over us.
Yeah, literally come to White Hart Lane, take a dump in the centre circle, and leave again. That's what they've done today.
This will be the first time in his career that Jose Mourinho has lost back-to-back Premier League games. At home,
Wow.
sorry, at home.
I thought Marcus Alonso
I just don't expect any. I just don't expect anything less from any of these players anymore. You know, like look at them. They're sauntering around here. Like, you know, it's actually embarrassing. There's no shape. They're not doing anything with conviction. They're happy to just, like, you know, put in a tackle but then turn their back. Like, honestly, half of these tackles you've seen put in here tonight, how many of them have been half-hearted tackles?
All of them.
You know what I mean? Where the Chelsea player just skips by them.
Come on.
You know what I mean?
I'll say this: Hugo has been the only positive this game. He's the only one that can hold his head high.
Yeah, but again, when it mattered, let's be honest, when it mattered, he fucked up. So
how did he fuck up?
It mattered against Liverpool. It mattered.
Oh, yeah, but I know.
But
this is a different game. You know what I mean? I'm talking
I
about.
I get that, but let's not just all sit here and you know what I mean, get aroused by what he should have done in the Liverpool game, where he should have came out and claimed the ball in the 6-yard box. He learned a lesson. That's why he got onto that one today.
Yeah, but that's what you want to see, David. You know what I mean?
No, like, but look, it doesn't matter, Marcelo. My point is when it matters, when the games matters, you can always rely on this crop of players to let you down. There's no point in doing it today. If we would have done it against Liverpool, we wouldn't be in this situation we're in today.
Yeah,
we
but
would have got a result against Liverpool.
No, but the thing is, what I'm saying, David, is like, I understand what you're saying, but there's no point in looking back, right? There's no point in saying what we could have done. It's what happened, right? What I look forward to is to learn from your mistakes. And so far, Hugo has been demanding on the box. He has been getting a lot of, he's been getting a lot of shit for that. And today he's looking demanding. A nice ball from Lucas. That was a great ball from Lucas, but we're not going to do anything right now because we're going to sideways pass, right? Ah, man.
Where is the movement?
Nobody moving. Please.
Football. My God.
Nobody moving for the ball. Nobody demanding it. Nobody wanting to cross.
No one wants to take command of the situation and do something here.
Please, pass.
That's what I'm watching. That's it, Lucas.
Listen. Listen, that's more than anything. Listen, I so poor, though. So poor. We're just not looking like the team right now.
Right. The comment's right.
Vinicius not doing himself any favors. Again, he hasn't been getting the supply that he's needed today, but when he has been given into him, he's been too slow in possession. He hasn't been good enough at holding it up. His link-up play hasn't been good enough. He hasn't had... it's nothing.
The thing is, like, we can say the ball, he hasn't got much of the ball, but he hasn't put himself in the position to come and get the ball. Let's be honest about it. Like, how many times have you just seen him standing there? Like, as a striker, he needs to be more proactive. Like, sometimes you have to make sure you have to drop short to get the ball. You have to play your way into the game. He just hasn't done it.
Oh, my God. That is shocking for Aurier. He literally takes one of the first touch and basically nutmegs himself because his first touch is that bad.
Question is, lads, honestly, we made the bet. Has Jose lost the dressing room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any debate anymore. There's not one player out there who's playing for him right now. Not one of them.
Please. Oh my God. Not fast enough. Nobody dragging the fucking ball. Pass it back. Just cross it. Cross it. Cross it. Why are you taking 30 fucking years? Oh my God. Oh my God.
That's the moment Vinicius is on the pitch for. That is the moment that he's in the squad. That is... Oh, how has he missed that? It's a brilliant ball from Sergio Aurier from the right-hand side. And it's Lucas is the only one who's challenging him.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, that's a free header.
You have to score that.
Yeah.
That is an absolute sitter by Carlos Vinicius.
That's shit.
I advocated for him to be in the team today. No. He doesn't start against West Brom for me.
But like, who else? Who else are we going to start?
Put Dane Scarlett up there.
Yeah,
that's a free. That's a yellow card. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Matty.
Yeah, let's put Dane Scarlett in.
Can't be any worse.
Yeah, no, I agree. Actually, that's a good shout. Get fucking Dane Scarlett in there, please. You know what I mean?
At least he makes runs. Yeah, Carlos Vinicius, like, you have to be burying that man. Oh Lord. Oh, I'm lighting a candle for him tonight.
Oh man, I mean, what does it matter, really, guys? There's no way we're gonna ever score from here. We're not gonna score here for.
Yeah, you could be playing for the next 3 days. We're still not going to carve.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get some water. I think I'm gonna go. Ugh, my mouth like.
Let down again. Let down again.
Oh,
Are
man.
we surprised? I swear
No.
to God, if either
I
of
am
Eric
a
Dyer
little bit.
or
I'm not
Eric
gonna
Lamela,
lie.
we have a free kick 35 yards out. If either of them shoots with this, I'm done. I'm actually done. He's going to hit it. Eric Dyer's going to hit the free kick. He's 35 yards out, and Eric Dyer's going to hit. He's going to shoot. He's going to shoot.
Calm
He's actually
down,
gonna
Maddie.
shoot.
Calm down. Calm down. He's about to score it.
No.
Was that ever going to hit the target? Ever? Honestly,
Oh, this is shit, man.
you could put him there till Jose Mourinho sacked, and he would not hit the target with that. Take away the wall, take away the keeper, take away everything. Dyer's never putting that in the back of the net.
Yeah. Never.
That's awful. I mean, I'm not laughing because I'm happy. I'm just laughing because it's like it's either this or I scream my head off and I'm tired of screaming. I think everybody else is tired of me screaming, that I'm just gonna like laugh. Like that's the only way. You know what I mean?
If you're not
Also,
laughing,
yeah, and honestly, I heard laughing is good for your health, so I'm gonna do something that's good for my health at least. Oh, look at this! Wow, look at that circuit relay.
oh, Sissoko,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
just
Let's
useless.
go! Come on, you Spurs! Woohoo! Ah, great pass.
Oh God, take that down!
Yeah! Woo! Sissoko going down. Yeah, don't get up. Don't worry. Yeah,
Werner's going to score.
Werner.
It's a good block by Dyer, to be fair.
I'm waiting for VAR.
Oh yeah! Oh, nice pass back, guys! Woohoo!
Oh, wide.
Oh yeah, let's go wide. Oh man. Yeah,
There we are. Come on, let's break now. Let's break now. Come on.
Oh yeah, lose the ball. Fucking, that's just so annoying, man.
3 minutes added on, we're about 30 seconds into it now.
And we're just passing sideways, no fucking pressure.
What are you doing?
What the fuck is that? What is that? What
is the worst thing about
that?
this game? The fact that it's only 1-0, so we've actually sat here with a slight bit of hope. Is that the worst part about all this?
Yeah. Yeah.
I still a part of me thinking, we could get the goal. We could nick one.
Yeah. Well, we had that chance. Oh my God! Please, Sissoko, any day now, son.
Even if we score, I don't think I'll care.
Oh, you would. Please! Oh my God! Oh, you Hoiberg, what are you hesitating for? What are you hesitating for? What is there to hesitate? Just go. If you fucking lose your man, you lose your man. If he goes out there and he scores on the other end,
into that like a train, get his head onto it first, and they were taking him out.
Like,
that's what you needed to do.
He held back.
Mason Mount, man of the match. That's a bad year.
He looked to track back there, Matty.
Boy.
We're 1-0 down, and he looked to track back there. Oh my fucking God. I think this is over for Jose. I think it's over.
I think he knows.
I think he knows it too.
His
only
his
Spurs
words after this game are going to be defining. Honestly,
I swear to God.
After this game, you'll know everything.
Honestly, I swear to God, this is the only club that can get Jose Mourinho and immediately skip to the third season phase.
Mm-hmm.
This is the only fucking club in the world. I swear to God.
Do you think we only got him because no one else would take him?
I mean, no, he's a quality manager, Matty. I'm not having any of it. It's the players. But I'm just saying he's gonna go because the board is not gonna back him, and they're just rather just sack him and maybe get a Eddie Howe or something. Oh, come on, lads. Come on. Oh, what the fuck is that, Sonny? What is that?
He's been gone awful, let's be honest. He's been gone awful.
Oh, my God. At least get it on target, no? Oh, so now, though, no, man. Oh, that's...
Anyone you want that ball chance to fall to, it was him. And he's been absolutely gone awful tonight. Let's be honest. I know a lot of these players have credit in the bank, but You have to be honest.
he's
They've
been
been part of
shocking.
the that's been out here. They haven't been good enough. Endon
No,
Ball
no.
was shite tonight. Højbjerg was shite tonight. I'm not going to fall into this trap where I'm going to keep saying they have credit in the bank. There's only so long you have credit in the bank for.
Yeah, no. Listen, as far as I'm concerned, Sonny's credit, Højbjerg's credit, everybody's credit is basically run out. You know what I mean? You've run out your course. Yeah, it's gone.
Bank is empty.
Yeah.
David's bank of credit is gone.
Look at this. Look at this. Well, Davies never had bank on credit. You know what I mean?
It's over.
Man, look at that. Tuchel's just so fucking happy, man.
Man.
Yeah. Fuck off. Slap him.
That's I don't fancy hanging around for a post match. Do you want to chat or do you want to just end it there?
Listen, Maddie, come on. We got to face the music. You know what I mean? We got to face the music.
What can we say? What can we say today that we didn't say on Thursday after the Liverpool game, that we didn't say on Sunday after Brighton? I don't want to sit here saying the same thing week after week. Yeah, it's okay for the players to go out and not give a crap every week. I'm not going to sit here and say the exact same things.
Yeah.
Honestly, if someone wants my opinion on that game, go watch the post-match from Sunday. And I'm not giving out about viewers, obviously. I'm giving out about
and the worst thing is, Chelsea
crap.
didn't even look good. Chelsea didn't even look that good. They looked terrible. They didn't even look that good. We could have won that game. You know what I mean? We just gave away a stupid free penalty. It's so stupid. So spineless. But at the end of the day, it was coming, right? Like, the goal was coming, and it was always going to be Chelsea.
We're in a position, lads, is no matter who we would put there, be it Rodon or Sanchez, they would have done the exact same mistake. Do you know what I mean? This is the thing. We don't even have anyone. Like, for me, the only one that I think you could say you put in right now that hasn't been given a fair crack at the whip is Tanganga. Because you've tried everything else. You've tried absolutely everything else. You've tried shuffling your hands so many different ways, so many different times. You're just not getting a response, man. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's like banging your head off a wall or sitting there speaking to a wall. It doesn't speak back. Do you know what I mean? You don't get anything back.
I don't even know. Like, looking at these scorelines, if we remember earlier in the season, we beat United 6-1 at Old Trafford. We were so much better than them. They're 11 points ahead of us. Manchester United, under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Martial can't score, Rashford can't score. They have Harry Maguire at the back, and they're 11 points ahead of us. We're 2 points. We're 3 points behind Chelsea. We're 3 points behind Everton. We're 5 points behind West Ham. What is this like? What can we possibly defend?
Shocking.
What can we defend?
There's nothing.
And Arsenal can go above us. I mean, honestly, fuck it. I think Leeds could probably finish above us. Holy shit!
At least they're throwing more fucking fight. At least they're scoring goals, man.
Arthur says if you got a new manager, the players would play the same. Just shows the players are no good. I fully agree with you, Arthur. The players aren't, but I also think at this stage the manager's not good enough. If the manager can't make them play, if he can't get any bit of fight out of any of those players, he's clearly not good enough at his job. You know, managing is more than just tactics. Managing is man management as well.
Matty, this is his real first season, Matty. Come on, you got to give the manager some time. You know what I mean? He's adopted a team that he didn't even want. You know what I mean? He adopted a team that's a deadwood. I mean, I remember last season how many people said under Poch, you know what I mean? This is going to be the rebuild. You know what I mean? This is going to be the rebuild. Well, rebuild takes time. You know what I mean? If you want to rebuild, you need to give manager time. You know, especially with this board. You're not going to rebuild in a season with this board. You know what I mean? So, listen, all I'm going to say is I know it's so tough right now to back Mourinho. I know it's so tough. But I remember when Liverpool fans, and you can ask Rob this, I remember there were times where it was really tough the first season to back Klopp. I think Klopp ended 8th. You know what I mean? He had some shocking games, I remember. And I even remember I wrote off Klopp in his first season with Liverpool. I said, I don't think he's going to – I think he could get maybe them competing for top 4. But look at him now. You know what I mean? So give it some time. Please, give him some time.
Look, well, for me, I actually want to take the conversation off Mourinho because I'm of the opinion that, lads, no matter what manager we have, you're going to see the same. We need to sit here and talk about the players, honestly.
Yeah, it's the players.
You know, like we did sit here before the game and we said, if we see lack of fight, effort, and passion for the club today, it's inexcusable. They have to be held accountable. Well, lads, from minute one, we were under the pump because the defenders look so unnerving. Like Ben Davies, like that is the single most handy, worst first half I've ever seen a professional footballer play.
Yeah,
honestly, Bayer, absolute schoolboy defending. Toby Alderweireld, the worst I've ever seen him in a Spurs jersey. right? Sissoko, he just done nothing. Like, how many times did he just give up, lads? He just gave up. Aurier, at least Aurier, for me, Aurier actually was trying tonight. He was trying. Do you know what I mean? And this is a guy that walked out only the other night. Then you go into Højbjerg. Højbjerg was useless tonight. Højbjerg was useless. Like, he didn't even try tonight. Do you know what I mean? Then you go on to Ndombele. Again, he done absolutely nothing, lads. In the second half, he got that pissed off with the rest of the players around him. He wouldn't even pass them the ball. He was trying to do everything himself. He got himself hauled off because of it. Right? Then you go on to Vinicius, right? People screaming and crying for Vinicius, right? And I said as well, for me, you give him a shot tonight. At the end of the guy done nothing, and you can't tell me it's because he didn't see much of the ball. The problem is when you're a striker and the game's going like that, you have to think of ways to be able to affect the game. So what you do is you start mixing. You go in behind. You drop deep to get the ball. You get on the ball. You play yourself into the game. You be confident. He done nothing. All he done was stand on that defender tonight. That's all he done. Even when he got the ball out wide, he didn't make a run. He didn't make a run and force the cross into him. He stood there. It's not good enough. Then you talk about Steven Bergwijn. Done jack all.
Yeah.
He done jack all.
No,
These players are on the ground a week, lads.
Can I just chime in for a bit? Can I just chime in for a bit here, David? I'm just gonna say this, right? I'm looking in the comment section. A lot of people are saying, I'm an idiot, whatever. I can take the criticism. I don't really care about that. But okay, I'm an idiot, right? I'm wrong, right? So then tell me, which manager would you bring in, and how is this any of Jose's fault? How is this any of Jose's fault? How is Dyer giving away that stupid penalty any of Jose's fault? How is these last couple performances where players are just walking and not, fighting and not looking for the ball or anything? How is that any of Jose's fault? What has he done? He has literally given everybody a fair chance to play football. You know what I mean? He's given Sanchez. He's given everybody. The only person I guess you can say is maybe Dele Alli, right? This season he hasn't given a fair chance, but he's given everybody a fair chance, and none of them stand up. So please tell me, how is this Jose's fault, and who would you bring in to replace him that would bring us forward?
Tony here to Super Chat, £4. Thanks for that, Tony. Says 21 years, 14 managers, 1 trophy, Levy out. I'm not saying Jose out, and I'm not, but no matter how bad things are getting, when things are this bad, no matter how much you can blame the players, the manager needs to take some of the slack. And it's as simple as that. I'm not saying it's fully Jose's fault, but he's not exempt to criticism. He's gotten things wrong. And if he can't get these players to play for the badge, he has to be questioned. And it's as simple as that. I saw Rob made a good comment a while ago. Jose said these are the players are the reason he came to this football club. If he can't get them to play for the badge, forget about ability. Forget about how like form. Forget about class and all that. The one thing that matters, the one thing that any manager should be able to do is get the players playing for the club. Get the players trying out in that football pitch. And again, I'm not Jose out. I don't want him to leave, but he has to be questioned and he has to improve. He waited until the 65th minute to make a sub tonight when things were clearly going horribly wrong.
Yeah.
But the thing is, right, Matty, look, he's tried that, right? But the issue is, so... well, also, I think the board has left him in a real shit position as well, right? Because he's asked for new center backs, which was obvious a clear sign that he wanted these players out, right? In the summer, that he wanted some of these players out. And I think also these players know that, Jose doesn't want them, so they're just trying to keep their job. And two, these same guys, right? Pochettino couldn't even get them to play. And Pochettino was like a father to some of these guys, a father, a role model. This Pochettino is one of the nicest manager on earth. He gave you the hug treatment, and these guys stabbed him right in the fucking back, right in the back when he was hugging him. These players are serpents. Don't get fooled by any of this. You can bring him any manager, but when it comes, they will do anything to keep their job here because they know that anywhere else they don't get paid the same, and they probably play in a shit league. Lamela plays in the Chinese league. Sissoko would play in the Chinese league. Half of these players would not play for any top leagues. Be realistic, and they know that, and they're tricking us. They're doing a little trick on you guys.
Super chat here from Detrix Kane coming in with the $10 says, guys, you remember when Kane was out, we find a way to win. Jose should be fired because now he makes the same mistake with his brain dead Dyer. You can't say Give him time. He's getting paid 50 million a year. That's a good point. He's getting paid enough money to fix this now. Jordan Stevens with £10 as well says, absolute joke. So many of these players don't deserve to wear the badge. Weak, no desire. If we can't get up for the derby, what can we get up for? Anyway, keep up the good work. Best for you out there. Thanks a million, Jordan. I appreciate those kind words, and I appreciate the super chat from you and Detrix Kane as well. What players on that pitch deserve to wear the badge?
None. None. Even Sonny. Even Sonny was shocking.
Just on what you were saying, Matty, about Jose Mourinho. Like, look, he's not exempt from criticism. He's certainly not. Again, I agree. His substitutions are a big problem, right? But at the end of the day, why is it a big problem? You have to look into why. Because he doesn't look at that bench and say, you or you can come on and change it, right?
Yeah.
Well, you were talking about inheriting. These are the players he wanted to inherit. Okay, he wanted to inherit Harry Kane. He wanted to inherit Son. He wanted to inherit Alderweireld and Lloris. But apart from that, there's no way he wanted to inherit Aurier, Ben Davies. Like, these are all players that were fringe players on the pitch because we had the players. The biggest problem right now is that we don't have the players. Like, Jose is not exempt from criticism. He has to be doing better. Like, but the thing is, he has tried things. I hear a lot of people saying he hasn't tried things. He has tried everything in his utmost power to try and get more reaction out of these players. Now, when we go through these players, who deserves to wear the badge? No one after tonight. No one after the Brighton game.
Yeah.
Up until this poor run of form, I would say the players that deserve to wear the badge. Harry Kane, first and foremost. 100%.
Well, he still does. He's injured. Nothing he can do.
Son.
Yeah.
We've
I didn't say Højbjerg. Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, the Danish shade coming in at 50 krone, and thanks for that. Says the reason is that we are owned by an investment firm and they won't put in their own money. They only have the club for a sure profit.
Yeah.
And look, I've said it. I said it in our last transfer show of the transfer window. We can't criticize them for not spending over the last year or so, or over the January transfer window, because no one could spend. The financial situation for every club right now is abysmal. But we can't forgive them for not spending over the last 3-4 years. It was their lack of investment in 2017 that cost Pochettino his job, that cost the project that they'd put so much money into. It is their fault.
Yeah, and even then, Matty, I understand that we couldn't get any permanent signings in January, but you see other clubs doing loan deals. You know what I mean? The fact that we couldn't even do a few, they were out there, you know what I mean? Don't you can't tell me there weren't. You know what I mean? Militao was out there, Real were willing. You know what I mean? And we didn't, and we needed a center back. Anything to brighten up the back line really would have helped. Would have been massive. But listen,
another thing, right? We said after the January transfer window and come the summer, we don't want to be sitting back here looking, saying, what if? Right? The transfer window closed. We're already sitting here. Why didn't they do something? Some sort of centre-back. Why didn't they do something? You're telling me there's something that they couldn't have got something in. They could have. It's just they don't want to do the money. That's the biggest problem here. It's the biggest problem. If any club should, right, through lack of spending and not spending over the years, should have the money to spend right now, it should be Tottenham Hotspur. We should have the money in the bank. Well, like when we're in the Champions League, we're putting in the same money as them other teams in the Champions League. Do you know what I mean? The difference is we're not seeing the return on investment in the playing squad like they are out of the money.
But Matty does say, there is the thing is, David, right? Right now, I think most clubs are just investing and saving for summer buys. Like the summer is the market right now during the pandemic to buy.
But Marcelo, we're going into a period now where they've left us fucked because they didn't get a defender in. It's not good enough.
I understand. We should have maybe tried to get a loan deal in, but I understand that. Listen, I don't even think any club signed a permanent deal other than Wolves with Willian Jose, right?
Well, again, they needed a striker. They went and done the business. Our board are not like that.
Yeah, no, that's true. But the thing is,
it's Wolves, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's shocking.
It's not excusable, lads. It's not, honestly, it's not.
Listen.
Like, they went and got William Jose. You're telling me there is not 25 million there to even go and get Milinkovic's release clause. You're telling me that. Come on, lads. That's nothing in football terms. You're not breaking the bank. You're never going to go, your club's never going to fall financially because of 25 million. Like, they left us in limbo. We've a cup final coming up. We're still in a race for top 4. We were in the Europa League. We're still in the FA Cup. And they couldn't have gone out and done something to try and help this squad. Come on, lads.
Yeah. No.
Ross here says Chelsea weren't even that great tonight, that they still beat you. Spurs seem to have lost faith in Jose, in my opinion. What do you think?
Yeah.
And I think I said that with 10 minutes left. Chelsea were not good tonight.
No.
They did not play good football. There was no player from Chelsea that you can look at and went, oh yeah, he played well. Mason Mount got man of the match. I cannot tell you one thing he did. Honestly can't.
Yeah, no, honestly, other that one chance, really, that Lloris palmed away, which was a brilliant save by him. But other than that, honestly, even the only real chance they had was really the penalty in that. If I'm really thinking back, you know what I mean? They didn't, they were just kind of passing around, but we just didn't do anything.
Yeah, Detrix Kane, thanks for the $2 as player ratings and manager rating. Unfortunately, player ratings are a member perk for my channel, so all Premier League and Champions League level members will get a player ratings video tomorrow. Since that is a perk in membership, I don't want to spoil that by doing one today, but I will say it's not going to be.
Because we put in a super chat, we'll do a manager rating.
Absolutely.
Because we put in a super chat, we'll do a manager rating. Jose, tonight, look, starting lineup, brilliant. Impacting the game of substitutions, don't blame me. I don't look at the bench with confidence, but you still need to try something. So for me, I give him a 5. What can you do? He was let down by Eric Dyer. He set the team up right, but he was let down by Eric Dyer, and in the end, what can you do? I give him a 5. But look, we had to give him at least a manager rating. He did put in the money for the super chat.
Yeah. Do you want to give a manager rating, Marcelo?
Yeah, no, I'll go. Honestly, I'll go with the 6 because we played the pragmatic style, right? We played the lineup that we wanted. That everybody was happy with the lineup. You can't complain about the tactics. Everybody was happy. We wanted the pragmatic football. We wanted the lineup, but the players were toothless today. Nobody looking for a forward pass. Sissoko just not tracking back, just leaving himself no position to be passed to. Nobody taking a risk or anything. You can't blame Jose for that. So I'm giving him 6. He did everything he wanted. The only thing he didn't get was the win.
Yeah, I think I'd give him a 5 as well. Didn't make the subs in time. Thought the subs he did make were probably a bit wrong. I don't know if people have seen it on Twitter about Gareth Bale's reaction to Lamela and Lucas being brought on instead of him. Wrong subs, wrong time. He just wasn't good enough. Michael here says, looks like Jose's lost the dressing room, lads. Stop fooling ourselves. He's failed. I said it pre-Christmas. We played like a team fighting relegation. Not acceptable. Look, we've been laughing at Arsenal all season, early in the season, for apparently having relegation form. We've lost 5 of our last 9 games in the Premier League.
Yeah.
5 out of 9. We've lost to Liverpool. We've lost to Brighton. We've lost to
only 1-2,
Chelsea.
Right?
Who else did we lose to? I'm forgetting the teams we've lost to. We've lost to something.
Leicester.
Was that in the last game?
Yeah, I think it started off with Liverpool, then Leicester, then it was Brighton, Chelsea, and then then Liverpool again. Yeah.
It's just shocking.
Yeah.
Can either be offer? Oh, go ahead.
The thing is with Arsenal, don't matter. At least they realise the problem. The board and the players are just not good enough. One thing they're not doing is throwing the manager under the bus.
Well, a few of them tried
to. Thing they didn't do. The thing is, they've been through this meal. They've been through it, right? They've already gone through the phase that we're about to go through, where you bring in manager before you have 4 or 5 managers, and then it slaps you in the face all of a sudden. Even though I've already tried to tell people this now before we do go through it, that it slapped them in the face. There's only so long you can keep doing the same thing and keep getting the same results before you realise you have to try something different. And they did. They realised then it was the board and it was players. Simple as. The board. The reason why the board, because they don't invest properly in the players, and then the players, because they're just not good enough to be at the club. They let you down week in, week out. And this is the cycle we're going to go through now. 100%. I warn people this is going to happen.
And now we're going
to go through the Arsenal cycle. People can't sit here and say I didn't warn them. I did. At the end of the day, Jose's lost the dressing room. The people that wanted him to fail from the start, they got what they wanted. Honestly. You know what I mean? Even when we're top of the league, they're still saying, oh, but shite, this is why I didn't want them in the first place. So they got what they wanted. So now what I say to them people as well is, enjoy this period we're going through. Don't sit there, don't come crying. You enjoy this period we're about to go through. Because this is what you wish for from the very start. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, start focusing your attention on the right things. The board and the players. They're the only 2 people you can get to affect change right now at this club. And it's what we have to do. Simple as that. But in a nice way. In a nice way.
Can either of you offer any sort of positive twist on tonight?
I'll say this. Look, I know I'm a broken record, but at this point, our form has to turn. And I remember last season, we went in worse runs. I remember last season we had some worse runs. You know what I mean? No chance at all at top 4 or anything like that. I remember we were awful. But we start picking up some form, I think top 4 is gone. I don't think we're going to get top 4. I think top 4 is a lost cause. I think the only thing we can hope for is the Europa League and maybe end 6th or 5th. You know what I mean? That's the only thing I can console you. I think Chelsea are looking better than us. I think everything, but at the end of the day, you must remember Reguilon is coming back. Kane is coming back. Like Lo Celso's coming back soon. So maybe, hopefully, these 3 players coming back can. No, I know you're shaking your head, Maddie, but these are.
I was going to say it's too little, too late.
No, it's not. It's not though. Listen. I'll tell you this. How many games we have left? Right? How many games have we played?
21 played, 17 left.
So 17 games left. That's still a long way to go. A long way to go, Maddie. You know what I mean? 17 games, anything can happen in 17 games. You know what I mean? And in 20 games, we went from being first of the league to being challenging for top 4 to being challenging for top 5. You know what I mean? It can easily flip on its head. You know what I mean? If we get Kane back, we get Lo Celso back, we get Reguilon back, things can change around. We can change things around, Maddie. It is possible.
We play West Brom on Sunday. We play Everton on Wednesday. Then we play City next Sunday. If we don't get a result against West Brom, if Everton beat us and if City beat us, it's over. We're out of the FA Cup. We're not going to beat City in the Carabao Cup final. I'm calling that right now.
Come on, no, Maddie. Anything can happen in 90 minutes in football. Come on, now, Maddie. Come on. I know. Listen, Maddie. I know one day, I'm the negative one and you pick me up, and today you're
I'm not being negative. I'm being realistic.
No, Maddie, we can beat them in the final. It's 90 minutes. Anything can happen in the final. I have seen some shit teams. My local club, right? Corinthians, right? My local club, the club my father supported, right? Their player, they played Chelsea in the Club World Cup final, right? Hazard, one of their players cost as much as their whole squad, right? They went in there and they fought their hearts out and they played 90 minutes and they beat Chelsea 1-0, right? Anything can happen in the final. Anything can happen in the final. We can beat them. Come on. We can do it. I'm telling you.
No, I honestly think if we can't get more than 2 shots on target against Brighton, there's no point in even thinking about beating City in the cup final.
I guess what Marcelo's trying to say is that if we do get back to likes of players that we have praised in the past, Reguilon, Kane, players like that, it will be better to watch.
Big impact players. Big impact players. I mean, if we get
Reguilon, Marcelo, the one thing I do question though is the character. It's like. They're going to come back into a squad that's not even trying. So is that going to rub off on them? And if it does, we're fucked. I'm getting to the point now where I just want the season to be over right now.
No, come on, guys. Listen, I know this is so tough, but you can't give up on the team. Listen, if we went tomorrow, right? Liverpool have a game in hand. We went tomorrow, something happens. We're only 4 points. I know this is like delusional to say, but there's 17 games left. We're only about 7 points from top 4. This is, you know what I mean? We're still in the League Cup final. We're still hopefully in the FA Cup. We can beat Everton. Listen, I know it's tough. I know this is tough, but like we have a couple players coming back. Kane is going to be back for Everton. You know what I mean? Hopefully he can put a shift in. I don't know. When did Jose say Reguilon is going to be back, Maddie? Because we're missing him badly.
He's out for about 3 weeks, I think.
Well, I mean, since he got injured, right?
So another 2. Yeah.
So another 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Another 2 weeks. Well, no, actually, no. I think sooner than that. I think he's been injured before. I think he got injured Liverpool game. That was like 2 weeks ago.
It was just before the Liverpool game. That was last Thursday. It was a week ago.
No,
There's a week ago today.
Oh Jesus! Liverpool game just seems like a month ago, man. Oh my god! Oh, jeez.
Jose in his post-match press conference or interviews, reporter said, "Why didn't you bring on Gareth Bale?" And Jose said, "A good question, but you don't deserve an answer."
It's over. When he's giving all answers like that in the press conference, honestly, it's over. He's just coming out to the point where he's not even defending himself anymore. At the end of the day, let's be honest. It's a stupid question by the reporter. We know why Gareth Bale's not playing. Because he's shit. He hasn't put in the effort. We know this. You know what I mean? It is a stupid question, but when Joe's answering questions like that, we know it's over. The time's come to an end.
Oh, I'm hearing that Reggie is coming back at the end of February. Is that before the League Cup final? Because we're gonna need them in the League Cup final.
Yeah, the League Cup is the end of
Oh,
April.
thank
It's
God.
probably the best thing that happened to us because it's usually around this time of year.
Yeah,
We play them now.
Yeah,
Imagine us playing against Man City in this current form.
Listen, at this point, Jose. Yeah, I think he's gonna be sacked, isn't he? Yeah.
Right, lads. Any final words before we wrap it up? Start with you, Marcelo. Any last thing you want to say?
I know it's gonna sound diluted, but I back the team. I'll back the manager. And there's nothing else we can do but support the team. You know what I mean? At this point in time, and there's 17 games to go. We got some big players coming back. Let's go try to beat West Brom, and let's go and beat Everton. That's us, and still, we're still in 3 cups. You know what I mean? And in 3 cups we can win. You know what I mean? We can beat Everton. We can beat these teams. You know what I mean? So the season isn't dead yet. Don't count your marbles. Anything can change. As we've seen, this league is crazy. Anything can change. So, yeah, that's all I have to say.
David, any last words?
Look, just dust yourselves down, pick yourselves up for the West Brom game. Surely we can't lose to West Brom, can we?
Now
you said it, we're about to lose. I
okay, I gotta respond to Rob here. I'm sorry. He said I back my club. I get Dyer the fuck out. I'm sorry, Rob, but if Dyer was in your club, you would want him out too. All right, you can't blame me for that. You know what I mean? There's so much a man can tolerate. You know what I mean? I'm only human.
Arthur with an interesting take here says, I think Jose has given up on the players, and I don't blame him. We spoke about the players giving up on Jose, but maybe Arthur has a great point that it is happening the other way around as well. But look, we'll be back tomorrow for I'll be back tomorrow for the Tottenham Fan Voice podcast. We have a live watch along for the West Brom game on Sunday morning as well, and who knows where we're going to go from there. Last words in this tonight. I love Spurs. That will never change, but I'm sickened. Absolutely sickened. Absolutely sickened. And I there's not much else to say really. It is as simple as that. Look, we had good numbers again tonight. We're up at 271 likes. We got almost 70 subscribers from this. So please, if you haven't already, smash that like button. Let's see if we can get to 300. Go down and hit that subscribe button as well for any Spurs content you can want. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you want to head over to the Irish Hotspur as well, let's get him to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the night. And also Rob Hogan, who's on this channel a few times, a good friend of mine, has started his own podcast, the Last Minute Winner podcast. Me and David were on it last night, laughing at him for the defeat against Brighton. So make sure to go over and check that out as well. He's there in the live chat. Rob, if you want to drop a link into your channel, you're a mod, so you can. Aside from that, we go on Sunday again and hope it's not as bad as it was tonight.
Move on. That's all we can do. Move on. That's all we can do. Go against West Brom. Let's try to fight there. You know what I mean? Like, listen, we can't give up. It's 17 games left. We're still in 3 cups. We're in the cup fucking final. Anything can happen in 90 minutes. Don't give up yet. Season's not over. Come on.
I'm gonna change it from in Jose we trust to in Tottenham we love. Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.